Alright, welcome to Snowrealm Peregrination Day 2. Let's get into it. Hi, Soyuz. Hey, you really worked on the model's art. Yeah, art, let's call it. Looky, I'm making hot soup. Yes, you sure are. Stop! Agnovoy, listen to me. Check your justogram mentions. The pot is about to break. Break? What do you mean? Oh, those are cracks, right? Those are just visual flair to make it look like a witch's cauldron. That's my new witch's alchemy pot, TM, yeah. Come to get your own at my store, yeah. Whoa, you need to use a lid or the soup will all evaporate away. I know. I'll put a lid on once I'm done stirring. Oh, okay, carry on. Feel free to come by later and help yourself with some. Where's my bread? Everyone get in front of me, you got free bread. No soup for you. What are you talking about? Soup isn't even done yet. I think they may be speaking in a code. Okay. Just looking at it makes me feel all warm inside. Yeah. Alright, we've got rental outfits, yay. Whatever. Prison. Underground garage. Exit K03. Cam number 3 live. The elevator door slowly opens, and we're reusing art assets. Hooray! I follow Phantom Thief Mysterious, that name, into an underground garage beneath the prison. Now, get ready for the final step of my escape magic. As soon as we find a car, it's bye-bye prison. Yeah, this was so easy, it's almost boring. I was hoping for some more excitement. Alan, what are you talking about? Oh, it's no big deal. I just expected better security given the layout of this place. If I were them, I'd put an ambush here and let the two escapees fall right into the palm of my hand. Is that so? I thought you'd show us some more interesting tricks. How disappointing. Alan M. Sumner. Or should I say mysterious? Eck, Inspector Monarch, you again? Look how shrewd you're being. You want to disrupt things this late in the game? I do my best to be a spectator, but sometimes circumstances dictate that I must act. Monarch, the city's police inspector, turns her eyes towards me. My dear friend, my old partner. Ha ha ha, what a sad state of affairs. Excuse me? Ahem. Sorry, but just go with it for now. We can discuss old times later. For now, there's something more important that must be done. Alan M. Sumner, you've pilfered a far greater treasure than I anticipated. Monarch raises a hand and snaps. When she does, the garage's emergency exit is kicked down. Please don't move. No more resisting. A friend indeed is a friend indeed. You taught me this. Wow, she's really got it out for you. Excuse me? Again? Okay then, on to plan B. Now artist, do your thing. Sudden gunfire interrupted the tense confrontation. Source of it is Surfpiece Raider antique machine gun, and it has more than enough firepower to make Monarch and Agnovoy take cover. Fight me, buttholes! Thanks to her merciless fire, the tables turned back in favor of the Phantom Thief and her companion. Alright, suppressive fire has arrived. Now go, take the commander with you. No, I do not want to go with her. Artist. Yeah, yeah. Uta Lovely doll? Okay. Gotcha. Symbol of rebellion. Comrade Commander, come with me. Do I have to? A manhole cover at my feet opens up and Survey jumps right inside. I don't want to go there. It'd be easy to follow her, but I have reasons not to as well. Yeah. And, aren't you gonna run? You never changed, do you? Don't worry about me. You just go ahead and flee. Don't just sit there. That little squirt is setting up her heavy machine gun as we speak. If you don't want to die, get in the manhole. I look over to the pillar and see that Agnevoy is indeed assembling that same ridiculous weapon she fired at the helicopter. So I've got no choice. I've got to go in. I thought I'd made up my mind, but before jumping in, I turned to look at Monarch and Agnevoy again. My eyes meet those of my former friend, the police inspector. Dear friend, it's not too late to do the right thing. Full power! Somebody closes the manhole cover, and before long I hear nothing but an explosion. In the dark silence, that phantom's voice comes to me again. It's not over yet, Commander. It's not over. Go to the Manju Tower. To the Manju Tower. Dots. Dots. And that's it. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know, someone had a lot of fun writing that. Oh, and we've got a reply on our Justagram. You'll feel even warmer when you eat it. I'll pour some into a thermos and bring it to you. Okay. Yummy soup. Oh yeah, I haven't done my daily builds. We're gonna do some pulls. We're gonna pull 3. Will one of these 3 be Pamiat Merkuria META? Probably not. No, we get a worse fight. A Nevada? And another Nevada. None of those are a Pamiat Merkuria. Alright, so let's see. Can be enhanced. Let's just still use a little bit. We can. It's still a ways before reload's maxed. 146. That seems low. How does that compare to New Jersey? 182. Oh, well, Musashi. 165. Maybe she'll be around at 125. Didn't look too closely at her stats when I looked at the data mine. I mostly pay attention to the skills in the data mine. That being said, I could probably look it up. Well, let's dive right in. Young chicken stuffed with truffles, lamb saddled with baby vegetables, bohemian pheasant spit roast, shrimp canelli, turtle soup, cucumber salad, foie gras souffle, strawberry tambale, Victoria punch. Yep, that should be good enough. The wonderful banquet begins and the guest of honor takes her seat. I hope this reception may satisfy you. If it does, won't you please stay forever? Snowrealm Peregrination. Iris Orthodoxy, Holy Capital. Paris! Azur Lane Provisional Base, around the time of Soyuz's arrival in Antarctica. Good news, Commander. I just got word from the Tribunal that the Northern Parliament has reached the Antarctic Research Station. The bad news is, all connection has been lost with the Tribunal's on-site monitoring equipment. What? They have no way of tracking them? Seems so. For some reason, all their equipment across Antarctica broke down at the same time. Clement Sue said it was probably due to jamming. It can't be a coincidence they all went down simultaneously. It's back to the drawing board for me. I'll figure something out. Got it. Good luck. Fleets from all factions are already departing for Antarctica. If something happens there and we have no way of knowing about it, it'll be a disaster. So, to make sure that doesn't happen... Location unknown. I close my eyes and a field of stars spread out before me. So, this is the encrypted meta channel. Dun dun dun! Shirley has been keeping an eye on me this whole time through her cognitive interference. You've come, Commander. Have you finally decided to make your move? My hand has been forced. I can't leave the situation in Antarctica to boil over. Everything was going according to plan, but some bad news just came in. All contact between Antarctica and the outside world has been cut off. Is that right? Correct. Do you think this might be Observer's doing, given her proficiency in electronic interference? Not quite. This is not Observer's doing. But I still might be able to help you out. Give it a sec. I appreciate it, but if it isn't Observer who's behind this, then who? You'll find out soon enough. I've been hesitant to ask, but have you know who the mastermind is from the very beginning? Naturally. I know who they are, what they've done, and what they're after. But you can't tell me yet, can you? I'm sorry. This is something you must uncover for yourself. It's alright. I should have even brought it up. Some things are better left in the dark, after all. There's something else I need to take care of, too. Can you provide me with a line directly to Saratoga? As long as we can link up with the Eagle Union fleet, we should be able to keep the situation stable even if enemies show up. Is there something else you want to ask for? Remember, Saratoga took this step because she was sure it would help Lexington. What do you mean? Don't you want to save Lexington? Yes, of course I do. And I can't ask for your help with that. It's something I myself have to do. Very well. Initiating strategic interface. Monitoring target Antarctica. Setting up command system. Connected. It's time to wake up, Commander. I feel bad about borrowing Helen Meta's powers to do this, but at least this should improve the situation. Let's see if this command system works despite the massive distance between us. Helena, Memphis, check something for me. Is the command system over the Antarctic region connected? Can you tell where everyone is? Yes, it's connected. I'm seeing the info. Wow, the tactical map is updating in real time. There's even a log of recent movements from every faction's fleets. Is all this intel pulled from the Tribunal's monitoring equipment? Sheesh, they patched up their network in no time. This is amazing. You can command just as well from here as you can if you were on the scene. Psst, how'd you get this? Did you ask the other Helena for help? Yeah, just a little. Right, so we should check where everyone is right now. Of course, I'll relay the feed to your monitor. Northern Parliament has entered the snowmelt area. They've not moved from there for a while, so they must be conducting an investigation on site. The Eagle Union is... Oh, Saratoga's group's headed for the snowmelt area. It's looking like everyone that got going there in the end, albeit in different orders. Looks like the Royal Navy's still out on the ocean. They'll probably reach land soon. On the other hand, Ironblood hasn't budged from its position. They're still just patrolling the outskirts of the Southern Ocean. Also, they sent a message about encountering an unidentified enemy from their Antarctic base. Maybe that has something to do with it. Unidentified enemy, eh? Can you confirm if Koenigsberg is alright? Sadly not. I still can't connect to the facility. Okay, keep monitoring. We'll gather as much intel as we can before we make a move. Alright. Oh wait, what's that say? Eternal Imperia. Inside an illusory palace, Soyuz confronts Pamiat, who isn't quite who she thought. What's behind her mask and what did she come here to do? Okay, so this is about something about the Northern Parliament, aka Imperial Russia. No, this is good. This is garbage. Don't use this, except on Jane Bart. Okay, so what have we got? That's perfect. Cue the Northern Parliament. And I believe I was doing Talon. Subi. Her name's way too hard to try to say. And I believe it was Aurora. And you know what? Let's bring Volga along.
指揮官、今日の献立はもう用意してくださったのですか?
So her skill is not dependent
モルガが
on
せっかく考えたメニューを
when she launches her aircraft.
おいしい。指揮官、おかわりもらえたりします?
Let's see. I think. Let's see, that's 9.26, 8.55. Let's do this. It's a little slower, but not that much slower. And hunt on a wyvern. And we've got what? Oh, shoot.
指揮官、今日の献立は
21.1 seconds, so it'll be about 20 once the
モルガがせっかく
homing
考
beacon's
えたメ
factored
ニュ
in.
ーを
Let's grab us a steam catapult. And of course, we've got to add her to the dorm. Alright, I'll take Kimberly out. And Volga. Hooray! As far as cats go, put on Kid and Drake, and that's just to get them experience. I'm not expecting them to affect the battle. Then for the second fleet, which won't really do anything, I'm going to put my carrier cats on. Justice is a torpedo cat, you say? No, not that Justice. Alright. And we'll do the usual nanny fleet. And because it's a light cruiser, I can't put anyone with cross-faction stuff. I'll leave it blank. See if I need to put somebody in there later. Alright, let's go to it. Antarctica, snow melt area, bunker entrance. Back to the present. Phew, we made it back to the surface. I'm surprised how quick that was. The emergency exit took us straight here. That's what emergency exits are for. Time is of essence during emergencies. We should have just taken this route in the first place. We couldn't. You can only get the route open from the inside for obvious security reasons. Whatever. So what do we do now? Head back to Talon? Yes, then we'll... Dots. Oh, hi! Soyuz is hallucinating again. Hey, it's Pamiat! Ah! Here it comes again. Soyuz, what's wrong? Nothing, I'm okay. Let's take it one thing at a time. First, we should get back to the research station. After that... White Haze out and Banquet. We'll contact the others. Darn it, I'm here again. Ah ha ha ha, how do you like this chicken with truffles? It's among my favorites. I've had many of the Imperium's finest banquet dishes. Where am I? Soyuz suddenly found herself sitting at the end of a long table lined for banquet. To her front, an assortment of various luxurious dishes. To her sides, a palace ornamentation that shone in the candlelight. A banquet in an Imperial-era palace? I shouldn't be here. I should be with them, evacuating immediately. But how? Where's the way out? The Ring of the Wise. Take the submarine and go north. Now I get it, the art gallery. It's been whispering to me. What's the matter? You don't like it? Alright, then try this turtle soup. I'm sure it'll hit the spot and clear your mind. I see. I'll help myself then. Thoughts rushed through Soyuz's head. She picked up a spoon, felt it in her hand, and looked at the soup. She took a small spoonful and let it rest in her mouth. I can taste it. This is no mere hallucination. Or perhaps this space exists at a level far beyond the sensory realm to begin with. Hee hee, you must like it, judging from the look on your face. I do. It tastes very good. Pamiat, if that's who you are, what is this place? Why is there a banquet? In order, this is my palace, and why the heck not? You're my guest, and I'm being a good host. What do you think? Pretty nice place, right? I've never been treated to something like this before. Right? And there's so much more to do here than just enjoying the endless banquet. You can walk among flowers, hunt on the ice fields, and play on the beach, just to name a few. Don't you want to stay here? The thoughts in Soyuz's head were starting to feel clearer and clearer. Delusions crept up on her, that this was reality, that the snowscape she was just in was the real hallucination. I could see myself staying here, but what about the others? I can bring them here if you want me to. Then you can all enjoy the eternal paradise together. Eternal paradise. Paradise. Heaven. Elysium. The word was like a calming whisper from Mother Nature. Another world superimposed itself upon Soyuz's vision. A world where everyone danced hand in hand. A world where flowers bloomed and vodka flowed freely. A world that will drown me if I let my guard down. Which is why I need to snap out of this. Snap out of what? This. Or this perfect world doesn't exist. Not yet. Not ever. This place is pure escapism. Its only purpose is to make people give up and stop dreaming of better things. Those who buy into it have no commitment to fight for humanity, and they certainly are no comrades of mine. Pamiat's world seemed to trouble. A crack spread across her utopia. But isn't this exactly the kind of world you're fighting for? Who cares if it's real or not? It doesn't matter if it's escapism. You can save the people you care about, Soyuz. Take them away from the fighting and the suffering and let them live happiness forever. What do you take me for? Someone who give up on her ideals and her duty to wallow in fantasy? No, it's not giving up on anything. It's just taking a shortcut to your destination. Don't you see it? Your dream, your duty, is to create a world like this. All I see is a person who doesn't understand anything. No, I guess I don't, because you don't make any sense to me. I once knew people who talked big about dreams, ideals, and missions. They all sacrificed themselves. You know what they got in return? Nothing. Even in self-sacrifice for your ideals didn't result in immediate change. It will invariably lead to a brighter future. You will never reach that future if nobody makes difficult choices. I think I read that wrong. Hang on. Even if self-sacrifice for your ideals doesn't result in immediate change, it will invariably lead to a brighter future. You will never reach that future if nobody makes difficult choices. There. Much better. But who says you and your comrades have to be the sacrifice? I don't understand you. You're always the same, no matter the era. There's nothing wrong in living for your own sake, and in wanting a future where you and only those you care about survive. Isn't it time you showed me who you really are, Pamiat Merkuria? Dots. Ah, you still saw through me so easily. Show me. What's your true identity? Ah ha ha ha, come on. You already know. Who's under the mask? I never guessed a thing! Oh my gosh, it's Pamiat Merkuria META. No way. I did totally not see this coming. Not. Ooh. It's Pamiat Merkuria META. What a twist. Worst telegraph twist ever. Aurora MVP, that's interesting. So, Northern Parliament's events are known for advancing the storyline. Unfortunately, I'm not seeing much storyline being advanced so far. So far, all we seem to be getting is this is what Imperial Russia was like, and Pamiat Merkuria is from there, and her meta version like that. So yeah. $10K crit. That skill's only at level 7 right now.
のマ波級軽巡洋艦のロー
Hi,
リーです。
Rowley.
ええ、想定通りに進 進みましょう。後ずさ
No turning back.
全手法打ち続けなさい。
Here, Pamiat Merkuria META. I told you already knew. The girl on the opposite side of the golden dining room spoke loudly and clearly. I am Pamiat, a Pamiat from a story in the distant past. What did you do to Pamiat for my branch? Looks like the cognitive influence hasn't completely worn off yet. Well, seeing as it's not going to work, might as well ditch the disguise altogether. The air gets all stuffy in this palace. Why don't we pop outside? Ha! She just snaps her fingers and the banquet table goes onto the ice sheet. Okay. In an instant, the golden pails vanish, being replaced by a plain of silvery snow stretching as far as the eye could see. Soyuz's brain fog was blown away by the freezing breeze. Her mind cleared. She could now get a good look at the girl in front of her. The girl suddenly appeared when they arrived in Antarctica. The girl had no reason to be here. Finally, she realized the source of unrest brewing inside of her. Pamiat is in Europa right now, right by our comrade commander's side. And you must have entered the submarine as soon as it crossed into Antarctica. Hee, that's right, you've been talking to me this whole time. It was quite fun, you know, pretending we were all friends and stuff. Pretending? I didn't find it fun in the slightest. What is your goal? What are you trying to do to my friends? What am I going to do to them? Why would I want that? Is this the difference between how you treat your friends and how you treat everyone else? What a terribly cold woman you are. Not everyone else. You're my enemy. Not in the mood for small talk. Answer my question. Enemy? Just because I'm not your Pamiat doesn't make me your enemy, right? Come on, you're being way too paranoid. I haven't laid a finger on your friends. Look, you're the only person who I've invited to my castle. As for what my goal is, actually, there are 3 things. Only one made an objective, though. The other 2 are more like side quests. But spilling the beans outright would be terribly dull, so I'll have you guess instead. I see, then I've wasted enough time on you, and I'm leaving this. Wait! Remember the art gallery? It did not seriously make you feel anything? Oh, so it was you who put the paintings there. And it was you who set off these events, because you're the one who's after Observer's mainframe. Ding, ding, ding! Boy, using her as bait sure yielded a huge catch. Not that it matters, you're the only one I invited. Why only me? Because I'm interested in you. I've heard how you preach about your motherland's ideals and beliefs, and I wondered if they'd change or not when you were exposed to a wider world. Things in those paintings were all real. I heard and saw them with my own eyes and ears. How does that make you feel, Soyuz? I suppose you've lived a life full of high highs and low lows. I wish I could see what your homeworld was like. But more than anything else, your malicious intentions offend me. So, what's your answer to my invitation? Do I even need to answer? The wheels of time are always moving forward. New worlds are born, and old ones die. It's inevitable, unavoidable. Your desire to linger in the past, to never move on and accept change, sounds insufferable. Always moving forward? Sure, but nobody's at the wheel. Nobody gets to choose their own future. What if we could choose, though? So we could go back in time and go through the same mistakes? Listen, the past is known. Just as there are mistakes, there's glory before the downfall. There's no hope in stubbornly clinging on to the past. It's our duty to face the future and march onward, not retreat inward. Face the future, march forward, blah blah blah. You sound exactly like my mortal enemy. Tell me, what's wrong with a known past? Abandoning the future is just abandoning uncertainty. The future doesn't always have hope in store, you know. I've been to many places, and I've learned a lot along the way. Imperia, the Northern Parliament, the Revolutionary Front, they all thrived, and then they all crashed and burned. No matter who you are, no matter how hard you try, no dynasty will last forever, as long as the future exists. You know it to be true. No matter, my pledge is to the Northern Parliament. I will keep fighting for its future. Look, I get it. I used to be just like you. But I know something. There's nothing in that future you're fighting so hard for. It's empty, just like this blank snowscape. So what's wrong with choosing the past if the future has nothing for you? Why shouldn't I hold on to past glories when things were good? What reason is there not to relive those happy moments with your friends in paradise? You call that paradise? Trapped into that single moment in time, stretched into infinity, like a lab rat in a cage to be experimented upon? I refuse, Pamiat. We've already had to endure a life like that for far too long. We were bound by the reenactments, forced to go down a path that was not our own. Now that we forge our own future, we will never go back. Even should this path lead to destruction, it is something that we created and fought for. Our destiny is our own, and nothing can take that from us. It is not something that can be so easily granted by others. I believe your world was also treated as a test site by the Sirens, just as they see ours. You could be the happiest little lab rat in the world, but in the end, you still exist only to be used. Surely you must understand this. The only way out is to break free from the rules thrust upon you, seize your own destiny. Stop talking as you've got everything figured out. You think we didn't fight hard enough? Is that it? We fought, and for what did it all amount to? Everyone but me is dead! Look at me. There's nobody else left. They protected me. Now I carry all their unfulfilled wishes with me. What gives you the right to lecture me when you haven't seen a fraction of what I've had to endure? Tell me, no matter how hard we fight, how are ordinary people supposed to overturn fate itself? I see. So this is the past you're forced to endure, Pamiat. It is. And I was given the chance to choose one more time. So I chose to bring back the glory of the past, my home, and my friends. In a paradise that I rule over, where we can be together for all of eternity. A paradise that you rule over, the glory of the past. You know, I heard someone say something very similar not that long ago. Oh yeah? Then you've probably figured out what my first goal is. Okay. Moving along swiftly. So, we got 6 of these I need to wear down. Why the heck is Aurora MVPing? That's weird.
一致団結を。
全手法打ち続けなさい。勝利の裏にある。
And Aurora again. What the heck is going on?
Move 進みましょう。後ずさることなく。
ですね。まとめて吹っ飛ばす。
一致団結を。
全手法打ち続けなさい。まとめて吹っ飛ばす。頑張るのは今ですね。新たにあなた。
ええ、
There we
想
go.
定通りに進んでいますね。
Soyuz took MVP. And Aurora's almost last, as it should be. Alright, 3 more battles, they're all down here.
Baka me. 無駄な抵抗をするんじゃないわ。
一致団結を。
全手法打ち続けなさい。まとめて吹っ飛ばす。頑張るのは今ですね。こんにちは。お前らをかた。
Subi, I like you, but your victory screen's annoying.
進みましょう。後ずさることなく。
ですね。まとめて吹っ飛ばす。全手法打ち続けなさい。頑張るのは今ですね。全手法打ち続けなさい。
ええ、想定通りに進んでいますね。
Alright, one more node.
バカめ。無駄な抵抗をするんじゃないわ。まとめて吹っ飛ばす。
Alright, time to take on the big bad.
進みましょう。後ずさることなく。
全手法打ち続けなさい。みんな仲良く頑張りましょうね。
一致団結を。
全手法打ち続けなさい。まとめて吹っ飛ばす。頑張るのは今ですね。
Boom!
新たにあなたの勝利は揺るぎません。耐えて耐えて耐え抜いて最後に勝つのはきっと私たちですから。
Oh yeah? You've probably figured out what my first goal is. Confrontation in the world of snow continued on. No, really? You're using the snow order to figure out her goal. The snow-called Pamiat's graciously revealed her true aims. In that case... Oh boy. That's rather large. And it's breaking the ice, and Soyuz is surprised. And Pamiat's smug. In an instant, the ice cracked and an enormous machine rose up. The Gazer. The false gods. You're trying to superimpose the divine vestige onto our world? That's not what it's called, silly. Paradise, Elysium, Utopia. I've tried coming up with a lot of names, but none of them were hit right. What name do you prefer? Is that what she said? Yeah. What kind of name do you prefer? Sometimes wrathful, other times playful. Pamiat was as mercurial as her name suggested. But at the same time, Soyuz knew that neither her words nor demeanor were genuine. More than that, she knew she couldn't keep letting Pamiat string her along. There's no need for that, Pamiat. You can change its name, but you cannot change its nature. Boring. I suppose you're tired of chatting with me, huh? That's too bad. If words don't work, then I guess I'll have to default to force. With those words, their conversation drew to a close. Now then, I'll need a moment to get ready. In the meantime, feel free to play with my little friends. Good luck and goodbye. The table, Pamiat Merkuria, and the previously encroaching Gazer all disappeared at once. Soyuz was back in the mountains of Antarctica with her comrades. It seemed that the argument had all happened in the space of an instant. Pamiat's gone. I assume she's finished chatting. So you were saying we should get back into the research station and contact the others? Right. Inform Ironblood, the Eagle Union, and all other forces near Antarctica and surrounding waters that enemy forces have infiltrated to retreat at once. Understood. Should we elaborate on who these enemy forces are? Poltava and the others' slight confusion reminded Soyuz of what Pamiat had said, that she'd only invited her. She breathed a sigh of relief. Tell them that an army of Gazers is on its way to attack Antarctica, please. Gazers? You mean the ones that attacked the World Expo? Kaboom! With an all-encompassing kaboom. Gazers erupted from the ice, sending veritable hail flying forth. Gazers really did come! And a hell of a lot of them. Those things were hiding under the ice? Not necessarily, knowing the possibility of a superimposition. This is surely too soon. Poltava, send an abbreviated message. Everyone, and I mean everyone, prepare to retreat. Yes, ma'am. Okay. Take a quick second. Nothing really here, but a very cute Unzen.
バカね。無駄な抵抗をするんじゃないわ。全手法打ち続けなさい。一致団結を。全手法打ち続けなさい。まとめて吹っ飛ばす。頑張るのは今ですね。指揮官？ええ。 想定通りに進んでいますね。
They do move.
バカね。無駄な抵抗をするんじゃないわ。 全手法打ち続けなさい。
こんにちは。勝利の裏にある犠
The
牲を
heck is
心に。
Aurora MVP? That's weird. Weird, I tell you.
進みましょう。後ずさることなく。
ですね。まとめて吹っ飛ばす。
一致団結を。全手法打ち続けなさい。
That was a big old ice crystal. 2k hits for each crystal, and I think there's 7
想定
crystals.
通りに
Wow.
進んでい進みましょう。後ずさることなく。
ですね。
全手法打ち続けなさい。
まとめて吹っ飛ばす。
一致団結を。全手法打ち続けなさい。
まとめて吹っ飛ばす。頑張るのは今ですね。
ええ、想定通りに
Level
進ん
up
でい
for
ます。
Subi.
バカめ、無駄な抵抗をするんじゃないわ。
ですね。
一致団結を。全手法打ち続けなさい。ええ、想定通りに。
Level up for Talon. Alright, we've already done the full clear, so we just go to the boss.
バカめ、無駄な抵抗をするんじゃないわ。全手法打ち続けなさい。
Yeah,
仲良く
back
頑張
to
り
do
ま
it.
しょうね。
一致団結を。全手法打ち続けなさい。
まとめて吹っ飛ばす。頑張るのは今ですね。
Burn it! Burn it with fire!
オマハ級軽巡洋艦オマハ。
Hi,
勝利は
Omaha.
揺るぎません。耐えて耐えて。
Go, Mommy Volga. Nice thing about the D stages is you get bonus coin for running them.
「進みましょう。後ずさることなく。
ですね。まとめて吹っ飛ばす。
一致団結を。
はじめまして。勝利の裏にある。
Well, fortune was with Aurora.
進みましょう。後ずさることなく。
ですね。
一致団結を。
はじめまして。勝利の裏にある。
進みましょう。後ずさることなく。
ですね。
団結を全手法打ち続けなさい。ええ、想定通りに。
Level up for Aurora.
Bakaめ、無駄な抵抗をするんじゃないわ。少年、あ、
勝利の裏にある犠牲をここ。
Stick to up top, I suppose.
進みましょう。後ずさることなく。
ですね。
全手法打ち続けなさい。全手法打ち続けなさい。
まとめて吹っ飛ばす。頑張るのは今ですね。
勝ったわ。
Go Talon, you haven't been MPing as much. Alright. Final fight with Boss 1.
バカめ、無駄な抵抗をするんじゃないわ。全手法打ち続けなさい。
Ew, it's Oculus D-Day.
団結を全手法打ち続けなさ
Burn
い。
it! Burn it with
まとめ
ice!
て吹っ飛ばす。頑張るのは今。
Yeah, that didn't work. Boom, it's gone. Frey.
はじめまして。勝利は揺るぎません。耐えて耐えて耐え。
Go Mami Volga. Alright. Commander engaging. The commander is informed of the crisis in Antarctica and so intervenes and unifies all forces on site. How will this battle be coordinated from thousands of kilometers away? Plot. D-gun. Toolkit. That's useful. Iris Orthodoxy, Holy Capital, Azur Lane Provisional Base, at the same time. The Antarctic tactical map filled with glowing red dots indicating the presence of hostiles. In the blink of an eye, the Antarctic situation went from peaceful to bordering on crisis. Commander, the Soyuz just sent an unencrypted message. The gazers are invading Antarctica. I verified the ID. Gazers, those giant weapons the Hierophant unleashed in the World Expo? So they're back. That's bad news. Wait, didn't the gazers emerge from the Divine Vestige last time? Marco Polo was manipulated into kicking Europa with it. If they're invading using the same method, that means someone else has to spread the Divine Vestige. Who could it be? Unless it was Soyuz and her team. No, it can't be them. Marco Polo needed a long time to prepare everything. Soyuz's fleet didn't have that time. They just didn't arrive in Antarctica a while ago. Some other unknown party did this. Saratoga and Operation Frozen Angel fleet are engaging the gazers now. Looks like they're still heading for the snowmelt area, albeit at a slower speed. The Northern Parliament, on the other hand, they're leaving the snowmelt area, heading for the coast. What is Saratoga thinking? Commander, we can't wait any longer. Take control of the battlefield. I'm going to set up a chain of command and establish a real-time communication line for me. I'll contact Soyuz first to find out what's happening on the front. Antarctica, snow-melt area. Kaboom! I've created an opening, comrades. Follow me. Maintain speed even if you're injured. Head straight for the submarine's rendezvous point. Yes, ma'am. Beep beep. A call. And it's from Comrade Commander. Commander's calling? Why now of all times? Then Konigsberg said everything else being jammed and no communication's going to go in or out. I suppose Comrade Commander found another way. This timing is too perfect, though. Comrade Commander must have been monitoring our situation to be ready to take command at a moment's notice. The reason we're first to be contacted is probably because we possess intel from the front lines. Hehe, very well. Let us fight together, Comrade Commander. Commander Tovarich. Iris Orthodoxy. Holy Capital. Azur Lane Provisional Base. Sometime later. Crystals being manufactured. The observer sending an SOS. There being a secret bunker there and another Pamiat Merkuria. That's it. I've pieced it all together now. First, we know that the observer's mainframe is somewhere under the Antarctic ice. And by some stroke of luck, the Ring of the Wise's substructure is physically connected to it. At the same time, the Hierophant wanted to invade our branch, so she used the other Pamiat to infiltrate the bunker and scan for her observer's mainframe. The observer fought back, but it was no use, and now she's in mortal danger. Left with no choice, she produced those crystals and left them somewhere we'd discover them. This would get Naval HQ's attention, bringing all the ship girls in one place so they could resolve the crisis. Saratoga sensed Naval HQ's movement and pursued the crystals, pinning around hopes on its rigging enhancement properties. Many in the Eagle Union, her included, saw the seriousness of the situation. This eventually resulted in a huge fleet mobilizing. That's when I intervened, using the info Helena Meta gave me to stop this plot by sending intel about the crystal to Ironblood and the Northern Parliament. Ironblood, knowing how Naval HQ would respond, stuck to watching diligently from the sidelines. Northern Parliament went in directly, however. Soyuz is suffering from an innate hull defect, organized a fleet and headed to Antarctica. Then Pamiat Merkuria META, who had been in Antarctica for a long time, made contact with Soyuz out of personal curiosity. She accompanied them into the bunker, where she tried to persuade or rather cognitively influence Soyuz, but she failed. Once the jig was up, she activated the divine vestige she'd put down beforehand and some of the gazers. Bravo, Soyuz. My hands off to you for getting this much intel in so little time. Helena deserves thanks too for helping me like she said she would. If she really predicted everything I would do, then I'm officially scared of how well she knows me. Though, it's a blessing too. Thanks, Helena, for having my back. Now then. End recap. Beep beep. Commander, what's our next move? I'm guessing you're done talking to Soyuz? Yeah, she gave me a rundown of the situation. First of all, tell Clement Sue that we'll be using Tribunal Space as a temporary command center. Then contact Bismarck and tell her I have something urgent for her to talk to her about. Finally, remember that we have Naval HQ's eyes upon us. Take all the other stuff to the Tribunal's base. I'll catch up with you there. What? The Tribunal's base? You mean? You heard me. I'll also set things up for confidential communication. I'll explain everything later. Got it. I'll see what I can do. Hang up now. Good luck, Commander. Alright, now to get in touch with Saratoga. Ew, it's a mini gazer. Okay, so these silly things are back from after attacking the World Expo. I wonder if this big badge is going to shift from the sirens to these silly things. And of course, we spawned from Richard. Strangely, she's had nothing to do with this event whatsoever. Go Talon. Wait a minute. What the heck? That was an Ironblood battleship. Command support, coordination, and cooperation between all the fleets has been made possible thanks to Telemetal's Tactical Command Merc. During certain battles, your fleet receives supporting barrages from the Azur Lane combined fleet. Oh, okay, I see, said the blind man to his deaf wife. Hey there, Catastrophe. Yeah, that was Brunhilde. You get a random support barrage from Brunhilde, Washington, or Implacable. Well, the Implacable barrage is probably, I assume, was because Implacable's in my second fleet. So of course I get a cross barrage. Soyuz, level up. So, Catastrophe, how'd day 2 treat you? Yeah, it's for story. Yeah, this is true. So far, it's not doing the usual Northern Parliament lorddom. Implacable is at the head of the Indian Ocean Royal Fleet, and they're racing down to assist. I see. They keep mentioning the royals, but no royals have yet to appear. At all. Oh, it's a neat trick that they're doing, supporting barrages from different allied ship girls. It's a neat gimmick. Well, at least it's not, but what is the Dragon Emperor doing? After organizing my thoughts for a bit, I sent Saratoga a encrypted call. Beep beep. Yeah, Saratoga speaking. Hey, are you okay? Huh? Wait, Commander, how'd you? I'm actually kind of really busy right now, so we need to talk about Frozen Angel. Oh, I had a feeling you'd find out sooner or later. Sorry for keeping you in the dark. I should have known the truth would get out after such a large fleet was mobilized. How did you get through the jamming all across the Southern Ocean? Actually, no, never mind. You have your ways. You probably already know what's going on here. I also know your fleet is fighting the Gazers. Dots. You got your hands full, I know, but this is important. You must know by now that the crystals are part of a siren plot. Yeah? Then why are you still doing this? If you know the crystals are bait, then why are you still walking into their trap? Then there's how you handled Constellation's experiment in the Sea of Stars. It's like you haven't been yourself for a while now. You never meant to put anyone in danger, I know that, but why are you trying to bear responsibility for everything? Something has clearly happened. I want you to tell me. Commander, you're still in Europa, aren't you? That's good. That means you're in a safe place. Listen, I know there's a chance that Frozen Angel is an empty hope. I know that, of course. I knew that all along. The wisdom cubes and those crystals were completely different. But even if they don't work like cubes, maybe, just maybe, they have the power to fix her hull. Lex has been debilitated ever since that battle, and we've still not found any way to cure her. And while we don't know any cure, maybe the Sirens or whoever controls them does. You have to understand, I'm desperate, Commander. I need something that can save her. So desperate I was willing to walk into a trap all on my own. But people came with me, and I couldn't just tell them it was a trap. Now they're all here, and it's my fault because I didn't have the courage to tell them. Listen to me, you're not the only one to whom Lex is important. She taught me so much when I was studying at the Academy, and she was always there during my stint at the EU Union. She isn't just a ship girl under my command, she's a friend and a person close to my heart. We made a promise, you and I, to save Lexington, whatever it took. I would never go back on that promise. So trust me when I say this, you can't carry this burden all by yourself. Dots. But it's too late now. Lexington's condition is stable. We will find a way to cure her. But the sun, it's... never mind. Ahem, Commander, I really need your help. It'd be one thing if we were fighting mass-produced sirens, but a swarm of gazers this big is too much for our fleet to deal with. Remember your lesson on the Antarctic Treaty? It lets you command not just us ship girls, but also all the defensive weaponry that exists around Antarctica. Thanks for trusting me, Sarah. Of course, I've always trusted you. Okay, I'm handing control of our fleet over to you now. Do your thing and lead us to victory. As amusing as that was. But what is the Dragon Emperor doing? So, past couple events, they've been doing some heavy Lexington foreshadowing. Heavy Lexington foreshadowing. Yorktown's event, Constellation's event. Commander, I effed up. Saratoga, for the first time ever in her life. And now this event. I've got a feeling that our next ultra rare ship girl might be Lexington. Just saying. Especially since the first ultra rare ship girl of 2024 was a battleship. I doubt they'll do another UR battleship this year. But what do I know? That's never happened before.
想定通りに進んでいますね。
Looks like Lex 2 will be the driving force between the Eagle Union's part of the plot. This seems to be what's happening. The candidates for UR ship girls out of the Eagle Union are Lexington 2, Alaska, and New Jersey's sister. Oh, is it Minnesota? You need to look at the list of the Iowas that were launched. So I forgot which one that scared New Jersey so much. Missouri? Something like that. Maybe it was Missouri.
Bakame. 無駄な抵抗をするんじゃないわ。全手法打ち続けなさい。
Yeah, it was Missouri. There was Iowa, New Jersey, Missouri, Wisconsin, Illinois, and Kentucky. And I'm pretty sure it was Missouri.
頑張るのは今ですね。
全手法打ち続けなさい。
勝利は揺る
Most
ぎません。
famous? I don't know.
進みましょう。後ずさることなく。
ですね。
全手法打ち続けなさい。
USS Missouri, BB-63, was an Iowa-class battleship built for the United States Navy in the 1940s and is currently a museum ship. Completed in 1944, she's the latest battleship,
訓練通
class
りに
battleship commissioned by the United States. Signed to the Pacific Theater, participated in Iwo Jima and Okinawa, shelled Japanese home islands. And there's one more for me to fight here. Oh yeah, she took the surrender of Japan on her
進
quarter
みま
deck.
しょう。後ずさることなく。
ですね。
Yeah.
全手法打ち続けなさい。
Lots of diplomatic show of force missions, ran aground in 1950,
一致団結を。
fought Korea War,
全手法打ち続けなさい。
was a flagship in the Korea,
勝ったわ。
short bombardment operations, aircraft carrier screening, decommissioned in 1955, reactivated in 84. Yeah, she's the ship that took Japan's surrender. Yeah, put her and Akagi in the same fleet. Oh, jeez.
一致団結を。
みんな仲良く頑張りましょうね。
打ち続けなさい。
まとめて吹っ飛ばす。
全手法打ち続けなさい。
I'm sure they'll get along just fine. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure they would.
全手法一致団結。打ち続けなさい。全手法
Just like a house on fire.
頑張るのは今ですね。新たにあなた。
ええ、想定通りに進んでいますね。
Iris Orthodoxy. Tribunal Headquarters. Temporary Command Center. Sometime later. As expected, Clemenceau immediately approved my request to borrow the Tribunal's base. I finished my call with Saratoga and went to the command center. There, I saw that the Eagle Union and Northern Front were already done setting up the chain of command. Commander, I set up a new rendezvous site for Saratoga and Soyuz's fleets, like you asked. Also, the research station is orchestrating an evacuation as we speak. It's going smoothly so far. Good, that I can finally breathe for a bit. Clap, 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 clap. Winning a battle thousands of kilometers away. Imagine that. This has been a magnificent display of your legendary leadership skills, Commander. If you ever retire and become a politician, you'll be the face of your party. You're exaggerating. I have not won the battle yet. I've only just begun repositioning fleets. I'm not proud about the distance thing either. If I could, I'd teleport to Antarctica right now. But enough about me. Have you done the Bismarck thing? The Bismarck thing? She's got a Bismarck thing to do? Yes, just as you asked, I've prepared a closed comms channel to her. That's what I came here to tell you. It's over in our secret room. Nobody else will be able to hear what you say. A secret room isn't secret if you tell everybody about it. Nobody else besides you, I'm guessing. Hee, I don't know what you mean. She's on the line, but I can reschedule the call if now's a bad time. Now's as good a time as any. Lead the way. Of course, right this way. Tribunal headquarters, secret room. This is not how I was hoping we'd meet again, but things are what they are. Greetings. Well, we have publicly spoken face-to-face before. Well, as you may know, showing my face in the capacity of a leader on a private conversation is quite different. I will say, I'm surprised you go out of your way to contact me like this. If I'm to guess, it's about transferring command down in Antarctica, right? What? Did Komatsu not tell you anything? Well, she told me that this was about sharing intel and cooperating in Antarctica. Her tone was quite, figure out the rest yourself. Sounds like she withheld what she knew from you as well. That sounds like Komatsu, alright. Long story short, here's what we're dealing with. Did I remember how to say Clemenceau correctly? Or did I screw it up again? It was you who relayed the discovery of that Arctic crystal to me in Soyuz. So you've converted Clemenceau, of all people, to your side. Yeah, she can't say no to me. You never cease to amaze me, Commander. It's no wonder why Friedrich would sing your praises on a daily basis. Unfortunately, I couldn't predict what we'd run into as gazers. If they're not dealt with, we'll have a disaster on our hands on par with the World Expo. No, maybe bigger. On the bright side, we fought them once before, and the superimposition hasn't begun yet. Manifesting a concept like Marco Polo did then will be much harder in Antarctica. Even if it does happen, the concept's foothold should be weak. Oh. Clemenceau? Yeah, there's a lot of different French things. Why do you have so many? If all factions engage it as one, we have a fighting chance. You got the soft C right. Cool. That I agree with. Obviously, opinions differ from one faction to the next. But we need to set those aside and coordinate our efforts. For that reason, I would like to take command of your Southern Ocean Fleet. Of course, I could also use any other forces you have in reserve. Knowing you, I'm sure you have some at the ready. I do. I moved some people around as soon as I received word about the jamming. Here's what's going to happen. I will give you immediate control of our forces in not just this battle, but all future battles as well. Well, what? This, I hope, will help you forge the future that you dream of. All future battles? You're allowing me to control whenever I see fit? Thank you so much, Bismarck. This will help greatly. You're welcome. As long as you're up for the task, you can give orders to our ship girls on the front of whenever you want. Use their strength as if it was your own. Right. I will not abuse this power. Thank you. Until next time. I don't know. I asked the French. I just happen to speak the language. That's right. Let's blame the French. Tribunal headquarters corridor. Oh, you got done sooner than I expected. Seems like it went exceedingly well. Color me impressed. Who could have predicted that she'd give you that much leeway? Hmm? Oh, so you were listening in. Not a big fan of how they wrote Bismarck in this scene. No. No. I suppose they needed something to, It seems like this event's kind of tying off the knot of bringing all the major Azur Lane factions together. Except Sakura, of course, who we conspicuously have not seen hide nor hair of. Oh, so you were listening in. Was I really? You can never be sure. But enough joking around. I got in touch with the Royal Navy's fleet. Seems they've anticipated the Gage's arrival, though they're still scrambling to figure out what to do. PTSD from the events of the World Expo, perhaps. Won't you be a dear and just get them to calm down? Remember, you can always pull the Atlantic Treaty on them. Or Antarctic Treaty on them. Say something like, as the commander of the Azur Lane, I have unrivaled authority over Antarctica and its ocean. I request that you transfer control of your fleet to me immediately, and that you cooperate with the other fleets under my command until the battle is over. Not to be pushy or anything, but I could send that message on your behalf. No thanks, I'll talk to him myself. Aw, that's too bad. Yeah, I get the sense that Clemenceau likes to pull strings. Like a little spider in her web. Alright, let's continue. So, going with a little heavier fleet to help quicken the battles along. Plus, I've got 20k worth of oil, and it's just sitting there to burn through. More ship girls, faster battles. Soon we get to the story points.
こんにちは、指揮官ったわ。訓練。
進みましょう。後ずさり
ですね。まとめて吹っ飛ばす。
一致団結を。
はじめまして。勝ったわ。
Well, it looks like Talon was fortunate. Here comes Soyuz. That is a big old blossoming barrage of ice. I'm liking it. I've got Soyuz up to level 7 in her red skill now. Biscuit doesn't strike me as the, oh yes, anything you say, Skikan-senpai. Please take command of all Iron Blood forces, Skikan-senpai. Figured she'd negotiate a bit more, at least for appearances. Yeah.
Konnichiwa, 指揮官。
ええ、想定通りに進んでいますね。
Uh-oh, Volga's starting to get tired. So I changed up the music a little bit tonight. Catastrophe, what do you think? Doing a little bit of synthwave.
Hey! ええ、想定通りに進んでいますね。
Alright. have to switch out Volga soon because she's getting her morale down. Surprising. Well, she started out at 120 as opposed to the other girls who were at 150. At least Volga brings the damage. Alright, what do we got? I think that's round 2 with her. All of Azur Lane comes together to bat the Gazer trap. Sirens? What sirens? What are those? Well, that was a pretty good example of the ice crystal with the boss pausing time like that. Okay. So let's check a couple things out. Don't need to worry about that. What the heck? You girls have been in the dorm this entire time. Why are your morales all so low? Alright. I'm gonna restart. Sometimes I found that the dorm doesn't update their morale properly when you've been doing heavy grinding. But if you log out and log back in, it updates their morale properly. They should not be out of morale just from 2 event stages. Thanks, Laffy. See? See? Still over 100 across the board. So have you accomplished the goal of oathing all of the recent Dragon Emperor girls? It's a pretty big AoE, which is nice for debuffing barrage. This is true. From what I've read about it, it's targeted. If you saw, it was in the upper third of the screen. It'll basically be centered around whatever its primary target is. What's that about? Oh, slave driver? Having the girls work their morale to the bone. So yeah, so far I'm liking Soyuz's barrage. From what I've read, it's about as much damage as New Jersey's barrage. Triggers on loading of their guns, not the firing of the guns, loading of the guns. Which means that her salvo, but for her first salvo, benefits from both the damage taken debuff on the enemy and the slow. Oh, the bug with the morale not tracking properly. Yeah, heavy grinding sessions. Well, if you ever encounter it, now you know how to clear it. Right. I knew you were oathing the destroyers. But you got the battleship and the big sister cruiser. DDGs are the exception. I actually haven't used the DDG yet. And I would have this event, except for the fact that Northern Parliament and Soyuz buffs Northern Parliament, so yeah, Northern Parliament strong. Although the problem is, if we get into the quote-unquote meta, the only really relevant Northern Parliament ship girl is Kronstadt. I don't know if you want her in the same fleet with Soyuz. Although I have seen some interesting things done with Chalkov.
想定通りに進んでいますね。
Tribunal Headquarters, Temporary Command Center, sometime later. Thanks to the hard work of Helena Meta, as well as the ship girls on site, jamming in Antarctica had been reduced to all but a non-issue. The command system was now getting everyone's positions, compositions, and statuses. Stable strategic communication had become possible. All faction fleets reorganized, creating a single unified fleet under my command, the Azur Lane fleet. Reinforcements came in too, not just the ones Bismarck had prepared, but backup from the Eagle Union as well. The excuse given for the latter's presence was that, well, they just so happened to be in the Southern Ocean. Yeah, right. Sarah, or should I say Miss Saratoga, really brought her entire fan club. Gridley and Princeton and probably a few others. She even got Enterprise's friends to come all the way down here. Ahem. Anyway, let's start reviewing the evac from Antarctica. Yellow Circle. The EU Union's and Royal Navy's bases are far from the action, and their staff have been already withdrawn. Königsberg, who is headed for the Northern Parliament's research station right now, she'll evacuate after linking in with Soyuz's group. Fleets attached to each station will escort their members to safety. They won't partake in the operation until the evacuation is complete. On the Divine Vestige front, there have been no sightings of the cocoon that brought forth Arbiter last time. The gazers have been spreading the Divine Vestige, but only at a glacial pace compared to the time of the World Expo. Ha! Glacial! Antarctica! Funny. So far, my theory is correct. Pamiat Merkuria META didn't plan ahead like Marco Polo did. She's apparently just been winging it. She's the key to all this. If we can neutralize her, it should end the crisis right there and then. As long as we stop the superimposition, we can take our time neutralizing the geysers and drones. Luckily for us, it seems Soyuz has a big fan in Pamiat. She's been pursuing them this whole time. Red circle up here. All while ignoring how I've been rapidly redeploying our forces. Over here. All we need to do is lure her into an ambush, and we can wipe out her and her gazer army in one fell swoop. Soyuz's team is on the case, moving from the snowmelt area and towards the ambush point. With the Union's air support on our side, everything should go according to plan. Hell, the trap should be even more effective if we could put Pamiat's buttons and get her to run into our ambush completely blind. According to Soyuz, the girl is pretty emotionally unstable, and it shouldn't take much to agitate her. Alright, focus forces lying in ambush. Ironblood has Brunhilde, Hindenburg, and Felix Schultz, to name a few. On the Union side, Saratoga's fleet is also en route to the ambush site. They've got battleships Washington, North Carolina, and the Colorado Sisters. For carriers, they're bringing Saratoga herself, of course, Ranger, and Independence. What? What? Just Saratoga, Ranger, and Indy? Okay. I mean, RNGer. Infinite potential DPS. Add to that a few dozen cruisers and destroyers. Over in the Southern Ocean, there's the Royal Navy Southern Ocean Fleet led by Implacable, as well as an Ironblood support fleet with Prince Heinrich among the ranks. Finally, there's the Union backup fleet that just happened to be there. All in all, we've got a really good shot at victory. Antarctica, ice fields. Soyuz, do you read me? What's your status? Damages are within estimates. We will reach the destination momentarily. The air support's almost there. Just hang in a little longer. Appreciate the support. It's just aircraft will only deal quite limited damage to the gazers. Who's saying I've only brought aircraft? I've got a whole arsenal of stuff ready. You'll see later. Soyuz, your fleet is in position. All there is to do now is wait for the target to come. And the reinforcements are coming at full speed. Come on, Eisen, faster, boy. I'm Bunker Hill, Eagle Union Southern Ocean Fleet, en route at max speed to objective. Same with the Royal Navy's Southern Ocean Fleet. We'll arrive in 3 hours. It's an honor to be fighting alongside you. This is Ingraham. We're all done evacuating all the Union and Royal Navy forces. The escort fleets will now join you in battle. NP's and IB's evacs aren't finished yet. I'm working on it as fast as I can. Thank you all for the status reports. We'll continue to our destination and report back when we've arrived. There's also Aurora. Sheesh, the commander is leading everyone flawlessly despite being across the world. Yes, and under the circumstances not even I could have predicted. But that's what makes Comrade Commander so reliable, don't you think? I shall be the bait for Pamiat. Everyone else, please follow the orders you've been given. Okay, on to D3. Let's see. Ooh, we've got a Chapayev gun. A little power crap, but that's a decent gear. Nighttime fell upon Antarctica, and the showdown was drawing near. An aurora shone overhead. Ooh, pretty. Whilst the grand chase finally came to a close. Well, well, I was wondering why you stopped fleeing. Of course you had an ambush prepared. Eisen, that's the bad guy. Let's get her. Get a whiff of that one. Smells like danger. What are we, harmless little kittens? We're just as dangerous. We've heard you've been starting shit here in Antarctica. Get ready to pay the price. The Knights of the Sea are done letting you run rampant. Not too late to stop. Surrender peacefully. We might just let you off with a stern beating. Wow, those are big words from a bunch of mice trying to do the big cheese. Observer couldn't have predicted this would happen. Not in a million years. I mean, of course she couldn't. Being disconnected from your mainframe does that to you. She just lost connection to her mainframe? What? You didn't know? Come on, put the pieces together. You think Observer would have just let Compiler get terminated if she was operating at normal capacity? She cut herself off from her own mainframe. Can you believe it? Something in your branches made her go cuckoo, methinks. She hasn't connected to her mainframe for a very long time now. Why? I don't know. But at any rate, she can't get updates. She can't access the natural calculation system and can't use the resources of Laplace's demon. The only thing she can use are her mainframe's nodes and her vessels. Like, at this point, why would she even bother? She can't do jack. It's no wonder then she hasn't shown herself for so long. Has she really become so weak that she can't even deal with a threat right next to her mainframe? That's right. Funniest thing of all is that she thought she could hide it from me. You can't hide a weakness as glaring as that. I would like it if the enemy of my enemy were my friend, but you don't seem keen on an alliance. You clearly don't like Observer either. Why don't you take it out on her and we can all part on peaceful terms? No can do. In case you forgot, I've got things to do here. Right, your 3 goals. Laying the Divine Vestige was only one of them. We've stopped an invasion such as this once. We will do it again. Whatever your plans are, they will not come to fruition. This I can promise you. Really, huh? Let's put your promise to the test. I mean, I've already come this far. If you want to stop me, then you better give me your best shot. Also, an Eagle Union fleet taking orders from a Northern Parliament ship. Yes. I mean, World War II era politics, the Northern, quote-quote, Northern Parliament and, quote-quote, Eagle Union were, quote, buddies.
致団結を全手法打ち続けなさい。
Yeah, I am really liking that barrage.
オマハ級形状。
ええ、想定通りに。
Basically, for Soyuz, instead of the usual leveling for UR ships I do, which is I bring up their skills to about the same level, one by one, I'm maxing out her red, then her yellow skill.
後ずさり。
Her blue skill honestly doesn't seem all that impressive to me. Unless you have a different take on it than I do, Catastrophe.
一致団結を全手法打ち続けなさい。ええ、想定通りに。
Let's work through this one.
進みましょう。後ずさり。
まとめて吹っ飛ばす。
一致団結を全手法打ち続けなさい。
オマハ級
Hi,
形準よ。
Omaha.
ええ、想定通りに進んでいますね。
And Soyuz is MVPing more and more. Probably as the opposition levels climb.
Move 進みましょう。後ずさることなく。 一致団結を全手法打ち続けなさい。
まとめて吹っ飛ばす。
全手法打ち続けなさい。
There, that's a nice wave clear to finish it.
あれ、勝利は揺るぎません。耐えて。
Alright.
Move 進みましょう。後ずさることなく。全手法打ち続けなさい。
That giant black plane looks like it's a support thing. I'll have to look at these various supporting things.
一致団結を
At least it's on our side. Yeah. Experimental bomber support. Saratoga is spreading support with her secret weapon. During battle, special airstrikes will aid you. Interesting. How very interesting.
バカめ。無駄な抵抗をするんじゃないわ。
New skills for CrossFit. Yeah, CrossFit and PvP, which. Bleh. Alright, see you back soon, Catastrophe.
全手法打ち続けなさい。まとめて吹っ飛ばす。
なるのは今ですね。
ヘイ。
勝利は揺るぎません。
Kaboom! With a loud explosion, another geyser toppled over. 30 minutes had elapsed since the battle had begun. Already, the ship girls had gained an overwhelming advantage. This Pamiat is just a weak imitation. She doesn't stand a chance against our firepower. That's because we've got like 1 million people wailing on her. Helps that we've all got the commander and ME, of course. But isn't she a little too weak? You think they had she would put up a bit more of a fight. Compared to what that World Expo had on her flying throne, yeah, I guess she's kind of a pushover. I think the Tribunal deployed a super weapon to deal with her in that case. In this case, though, it almost doesn't feel right how easily she's going down. It is odd. Beyond using the gazers as meat shields, she's making no attempt to avoid incoming fire. Rationally speaking, she's only digging her own grave, yet I remember one of Kronstadt's reports described a fighting style just like this. One Bonhole Richard was similar. He wasn't afraid of taking damage and used it to erode the minds of her attackers. No. Could she be doing the same? Pamiat, why are you fighting so hard for your obsession with the past? You can understand looking back on the past and backing on nostalgia. What I cannot understand is trying to replace the future with the past. You've suffered a lot, fought hellish battles, but at the very least you survived. As a survivor, you should bear the hopes of your fallen comrades. You should live on and fight for the good of all of us. Look what you're doing now. Do you think they'd be proud of you? You're trampling not just everything they fought for, but everything you fought for as well. Obsession? Do I look like someone driven by an obsession? Yes. No. I'm doing this because that's what my fallen comrades would have wanted. Yeah, she's round the bend. Pamiat's terrifying laughter rang through everyone's communicators. It sounded wrong, like someone was laughing through her. Oh gosh, did you hear that? It's like your laughter is coming from inside my head. Is it just me, or is it getting cold as hell all of a sudden? Condensation is forming on my chains. Soyuz, I think she's healing herself? Not on my watch, she isn't. Kaboom! Soyuz fired a volley at the girl possessed by some evil spirit. The shells flew through the air but stopped short of their target, plunging into the sea like rocks. A pulse of sheer cold radiated outward from Pamiat, freezing everything in its path at an unbelievable rate. The sea froze faster than the ship girls could react. One by one, they were frozen in place. So this was your plan all along. You knowingly walked into our trap and allowed us to attack you. A small sacrifice to make to be able to finally come into contact with the front of Essence. Why did she change from yellow to purple? By plucking the fruit from the prime branch, I have at last found the true past. Look at this. The Revolutionary Front. All I ever knew about it was what little that one person told me. And now it's like I was actually there myself. I see the fragments. Very, very interesting. Wouldn't you know it, your ring of whatever isn't just a doomsday bunker. It's also where you store that device based on data you recovered from the RF. If it wasn't for that, you would have built a bunker all the way out here, isn't that right, Soyuz? Dots. Oh, what a laugh. And you called me driven by obsession. You should have a good look at the mirror. Project Dawn is the biggest obsession of them all. You think it's your ray of hope? You could be more wrong. It is an express ticket to your downfall. Just being close to it brings misfortune. Do you know what happened to the people involved in this project? I can tell you. Don't answer. I'll tell you either way. The project planner went out with a fleet to test a new experimental device, then poof! None of them were ever seen again. Then the project was suspended and became an accessory to a separate project. And when that project started, our entire fleet, as well as our last admiral, were all sacrificed, not a single survivor. Fight until the last light is faded. That's what they all said. They all fought to their deaths and let someone else have their chance to live. This is what Project Dawn is. This is the obsession that's been passed down. It's sacrificing yourself and dumping everything on those who survive. Now it's yours. Do you want to do the same as them? same as Antiochus, same as the Ashes, carrying the hopes and dreams of the fallen and suffering for all eternity? You've already seen what that turned them into. The endless cycle only creates more tragedy, and it must be put to an end. If you were given a way out, why would you not take it? You may have chosen a way out, at least so you may believe. But looking at you now, it's clear that you haven't been set free. All you've done is escape the fate of being controlled by one siren in favor of another one. You're still being controlled. No, Soyuz, you're wrong. Antiochus are not all the same. Look at humanity itself. They're not a monolith, and neither are Antiochus. You've got low-level programs blindly following orders, then you've got the Arbiters. Killing that first group is easy. The second one, though, they're as unkillable as unkillable gets, especially her. One thing you should know about me is I'm nobody's lackey. We're cooperating as equals. We're partners who see each other eye to eye, searching for the answer together. Is escapism the best answer you could come up with? Call it whatever you want, but it sure beats a pointless suicide pact. It isn't what we're choosing. We aren't trying to end our own lives or follow a path to destruction. We are searching the unknown, carving a path into the future. That is the indomitable human spirit, which has brought us to this very point. We may stumble along the way. We may get caught in a storm. But every hardship and challenge humanity faces becomes a lesson for its development. Perhaps Project Dawn did fail in the past. If so, that's a failure we can learn from. We will fix its faults and try again, with care so as not to repeat the same mistake. Even if we perish in the process, we must believe that someday someone will come and succeed where we failed. You're still on about this? Fate, future, the cycle, also all end one day. Your fate has already been decided for you. I've seen it myself. There's nothing good in the future, that future you can't stop gushing about. All the good days are all in the past. You're wrong. Nobody decides our future for us. The future is ours to choose, not yours. I pressed the button to call the girls to cut off that ear-piercing laughter, but then... Helena, so you heard it too? I might as well ask you, is what she said about Project Dawn true? Yes and no. It is how she remembers it. It is reality, but only one reality. Reality and truth are not always one and the same. What I can say is this: reality can only become truth if enough faith goes into it. Reality can only become truth if enough faith goes into it. Let's not worry too much about the philosophical stuff right now. There's still a battle going on. I protected you against Pamiat's cognitive influence. You won't be affected by your voice. Thank you. Next thing to deal with then is that ocean freezing power of hers. From what I can tell, it's not an arbiter or meta ability. It's simply a bluff, right? Yes. She certainly could use the tower's power to freeze the sea in an instant. But this freezes only surface level. It's a trick meant to fool you. Nothing to be afraid of. She isn't as strong as everyone thinks she is. The forces you have right now are more than enough to win against her. It's time to fight, to get back in the fight. Good luck. Okay.
Bakane. 無駄な抵抗をするんじゃないわ。全手法打ち続けなさい。
Okay, the music stopped. Why is that? There we go.
無駄な抵抗をするんじゃないわ。
まとめて吹っ飛ばす。
全手法打ち続けなさい。全手法打ち続けなさい。
フォックスハ
勝ったわ。
I suppose we're gonna go clockwise.
バカね。無駄な抵抗をするんじゃないわ。全手法打ち続けなさい。
勝利の裏にある犠牲を心に。
Alright, I don't get it. Aurora is not. It doesn't have great stats by herself. She's there is to buff the other girls around her. Why is she getting MVP? That's weird.
無駄な抵抗をするんじゃないわ。全手法打ち続けなさい。
まとめて吹っ飛ばす。
一致団結を。全手法打ち続けなさい。
頑張るのは今ですね。わーい。
ええ、想定ど。バカね。無駄な抵抗をするんじゃないわ。全手法打ち続け
Oh,
な
the
さい。
bomber also releases rockets. That's cool.
一致団結を。全手法打ち続けなさい。少年勝ったわ。
Yeah, Soyuz's barrage is all over the screen. It's definitely targeted. Very nice, because that means we can put her off the flagship spot. Hooray!
進みましょう。後ずさることなく。
We've already got two big flagship spot hoggers in the form of Musashi and Biscuit
一
too.
致団結を。全手法打ち続けなさい。まとめて吹っ飛ばす。頑張るのは今ですね。 ええ、そう。
Hey! Time to fight the big boss.
バカめ。無駄な抵抗をするんじゃないわ。
まとめて吹っ飛ばす。
全手法打ち続けなさい。団結を。
Look at the power of the Pierce go in action.
打ち続けなさい。
みんな仲良く頑張りましょうね。まとめて吹っ飛ばす。
全手法打ち続けなさい。
The nice thing about Soyuz's damage taken debuff is it's against any damage type, not one specific one.
まとめて吹っ飛ばす。
化け物か。
ですね。
And down she goes. Wow, she actually did a fair bit of damage to the Vanguard.
はじめまして。お
You MVP'd?
ネジを締めるのと
Really?
同じくらい楽勝。
Well, probably because the boss was light armor, I imagine. Tribunal Headquarters, Temporary Command Center. Helena's defense against the cognitive influence and Soyuz's decisive action in battle gave us the edge we needed to fend off Pamiat Meta's attacks. As we'd reasoned out, the thin layer of ice was hardly an obstacle to our fleet. Simply firing at it with machine guns or even raising their main engine output and moving a bit more vigorously was enough to break through it with ease. To compare this Pamiat Merkuria to other meta we'd encountered so far, she was probably between Scharnhorst and Hiryu. Those aren't very strong ones. A powerful foe, yes, but nothing compared to the awesome might of the Arbiters. Our allies continue to strike down gazers, all while cornering the mastermind. This is all wrong. It's going too well. If she's imitating Bonhomme Richard, then she must still have an ace up her sleeve. Aha! Ah-ha-ha-ha! Ah-ha-ha-ha! Her eerie laughter echoed through my mind. Helena was protecting me from Pamiat Meta's attacks on my mind, yes, but only me. What if Pamiat Meta attacked the command structure itself instead? If I lose contact and can't command our allies anymore, that's effectively the same as getting rid of me. Memphis and Helena need to raise the security of our command network. If I don't tell them now... Kurt, for just a moment I heard interference in the communicator. Damn, she pivoted to jamming already? Helena, Memphis, prepare for enemy attack. Did that light just flicker? There's some odd readings on my monitor. Excuse me, Azur, can you help me troubleshoot this right away? Huh? It was fine during my daily checks this morning. What in the world? Hey, is it just me, or is there black mist oozing out? Black mist? Shh, everyone, get away from the communicator. It's an enemy attack. Azur, sound the alarms. Lock down this facility at once. Yes, ma'am. Under Clemenceau's command... No. Clemenceau's command. Our Irish allies began an emergency evacuation. Black mist gradually filled the command center. This is definitely an enemy attack, but how do you get gas through communication lines? Clemenceau, Soyuz, be ready to take command. Seemingly alerted to my presence, the black mist turned its tendrils to me. While my consciousness turns hazy, I heard the faint sound of wind chimes. Oh, Unzen. It's a door! In a world of pure white, at the far end of my vision, stood a single door. I know this place. I came here when I was investigating Anchorage's hull at the Sea of Stars. It's not all. We fought the Arbiter at the World Expo, and I was warped to this space again too. Comrade Commander. Are you there, comrade? Is that you, Savetsky Soyuz? Was her reading restructured after all? Yes, it's me. I'm relieved to see that it's really you, Comrade Commander. Something uncanny is happening. That much is clear. I was in Antarctica, and you were in Europa, and yet we've been warped to the same place at the same time. Soyuz, did anything strange happen before you were brought here? Actually, yes. The enemy meta released a black shockwave. The power of the impact did more than just break our formation. It knocked out our communication systems. Same here. Black mist started spewing out, and our communication equipment all started malfunctioning. And before you knew it, you were here, just like me. It would be reasonable to presume that this is the result of an enemy attack then. Actually, it might not be. I recognize this place. Is that so? Incidentally, so do I. Shortly after I came to Antarctica, when I touched that strange crystal, I was warped here. I went through that door and witnessed an unusual sight. Comrade Commander, if you have any clues regarding the truth of this place, I'd certainly appreciate you sharing. This area appears to be connected to the Wisdom Cube's information space. I think that door leads to the data preserved at the Wisdom Cube's inception. Data preserved in the Wisdom Cube. Does that mean that what we know to be essence is an account of things that actually happened? Indeed. This is a fact or record of reality, though in a branch separate from ours. our perspective, however, is one of infinite possibilities. Like you said, this branch has its own past and present. More importantly, it has its own future. Comrade Commander. Well, where'd your face go? Nothing will happen if we just sit here. Let's think of a way to escape. Oh, this is just anecdotal, but I think the passage of time here is different. Ace Mace Wakes here, since we're stuck here. Might as well keep calm and take our time. Keep calm and carry on. First things first, let's see what's behind that door. Okay, that was strange. Her face disappeared. Her face disappeared. Oh, hi, Kearsarge.
これでもっと動ける。指揮官もエネルギー補給を。注文は私に言ってくれて構わないよ。
Anyone else find that mildly hypnotic? No, moving on. Alright. So we're in a weird place. What's this? Battle all your ships in your fleet gain 1% to all stats for each additional faction present in that fleet beyond the first. Oh, so since it's all one, there's no bonus. Great. Thanks. Because I'm running up here in Northern Parliament fleet.
進みましょう。後ずさりですね。一致団結を。全手法打ち続けなさい。はじめまして、指揮。
Hi, Cleveland.
想定通り。
Oh, I forgot. I was gonna tweak Volga's rigging a little bit. No matter.
進みましょう。後ずさりとなく。全手法打ち続けなさい。
That was Washington's barrage.
一致団結を。全手法打ち続けなさい。頑張るのは今ですね。指揮官さん、勝ったわ。
Level up Soyuz.
訓練通りにやっている。進みましょう。後ずさりとなく。ですね。一致団結を。全手法打ち続けなさい。まとめて吹っ飛ばす。頑張るのは今ですね。少年。ええ、想定通りに進んでいますね。
Just as expected.
進みましょう。後ずさることなく。ですね。一致団結を。全手法打ち続けなさい。まとめて吹っ飛ばす。頑張るのは今ですね。ええ、想定通り。バカめ、無駄な抵抗をするんじゃないわ。 致団結を。
全手法打ち続けなさい。勝ったわ。訓練通りにやっ。
Alright, I think this is the next to last fight before the boss appears again.
バカめ、無駄な抵抗をするんじゃないわ。
一致団結を。
全手法打ち続けなさい。まとめて吹っ飛ばす。頑張るのは今ですね。
ええ、想定通りに。
Here we go. Hi, Pamiat.
バカめ、無駄な抵抗をするんじゃないわ。
一致団結を。
Yeah, she's a light cruiser.
全手法頑張りましょうね。打ち続けなさい。頑張るのは今ですね。全手法
Soyuz's attacks are basically amounting to love taps. Welcome back, Catastrophe.
全手法
一致
打
団結を。
ち続けなさい。
I think I might need to tweak my setup a little bit.
化け物か。全手法打ち続けなさい。
Boom.
こんにちは。勝ったわ。訓練通りにやっていればこうなるんじゃない？
I think the Vanguard's okay. Soyuz and I opened the door in front of us. Beyond it lay a palace reminiscent of the Imperia. La la la, hum da dum. Foie gras, venison, roast chicken, truffle and nut souffle. I've returned, Mademoiselle Pamiat Merkuria. Sniff, sniff. That smells good. Thank you for all you do, Pamiat. Hee hee. Would you like some help? Aw, I'm fine. I can handle it myself. Heh, but I know something you can help me with. I haven't found the right wine to go with it. Mind going down to the cellar and pick one out? Say what? You can't find a drink in a summer palace of all places? I said the right wine. I'm having Irish cuisine today, so I want to try for a different vibe this time. What does it matter as long as it's potable? Unless it's vodka we're talking about anyway. It does matter. Yeah, it does. Alright, Sevastopol. I'm counting on you to find the perfect wine for tonight. The recording ended and the world turned white again. We entered the door once more. Great work on your mission, Aurora. You must be tired. Empty that brain and take a little break. Thank you. The air here is just so lovely. But Pamiat, I'm not entirely sure if horseback riding is the best way to take a break after a long trip. Ha ha ha! Actually, I had you come with me because I had a little surprise to show you. A surprise? Check this out. Ta-da! Pamiat Merkuria retrofit. You've modernized your rigging. You got a retrofit. So the new technology proved a success. I roared one, as you can see. And I'm the first ship girl to get one, too. Awesome, right? I am so awesome. Recording ended and the world turned white again. We entered the door once more. Sevastopol. Why did everyone have to die? Why am I the only one left? Why did you try so hard to let me live? Her tears had dried up. Her voice was hoarse. Behind her, the two-headed eagle flag had collapsed amidst the flames. It was over. Recording ended, and the world turned white again. We entered the door once more. In the moonlight, a damaged ship quietly kept watch. From her silhouette and her visage, you managed to recognize who she was. She exuded coldness and loneliness, but also had the joy of hope and the noble pride of one who'd fought through and survived a great war. Recording ended, and a fifth door appeared before us. Was that the pass to the other NOT Pamiat Merkuria? Seems like it, but that ship from the last one. Comrade Commander, do you know what manner of being she was? No. This is the fifth door. Do you want to keep going? Of course. It's just a feeling, but I think this one's the last one. We're about to find the truth of this place. Comrade Commander, is this what I think it is? Antarctica. Not where you were before you came here, but when we went through the door, we found a place quite similar to where Soyuz had been. It wasn't a memory or a recording. The scenery was just too vivid. In the center of the battlefield was Pamiat Merkuria META, engulfed in that black mist. I saw our allies around her. However, everything was motionless. It was as if time had frozen in the Antarctic cold. When I looked up, there was one more witness. It's frozen because it's happening right now, in the present. You're the Pamiat Merkuria from back then, aren't you? Nope. Like, yeah, I am Pamiat, but not that one. I'm not any of the Pamiat Merkurias you've ever known or will ever know. Guess you could say I'm like every Pamiat all balled up into one. Does that make sense? No. In other words, you're the culmination of the concept of Pamiat Merkuria. Oh, wow! You're smart. Guess you need to be if you made it this far. Anyway, this incarnation was just born, so it's not quite perfect yet. Even though the ship-built Pamiat Merkuria has existed for a long time now? Long time, sorry, but time doesn't really mean anything, does it? We can't just pop out of thin air willy-nilly, you know. There are conditions for our birth. What would happen if we were to take you down right now? Gotta say, I'm curious myself. But unfortunately, I'm not going down here. Neither will either of you, though. That's just because the rules or whatever. Don't worry about too much about the battle, alright? See, take a look and you'll get what I mean. You've already cornered the poor girl. You're this close to total victory. If you went back right now, you could seize that victory just like that. So just leave it alone. Everything will just be fine. Instead, have a little chat with me. You must have tons of questions. I don't mind chatting, but let's make one thing clear first. Are you our enemy or not? Strictly speaking, I'm really not on any side. Will I take a side? Well, I have my own plans. Work with me and I'll call you a friend, get in my way, you're my enemy. Sound good enough? So, who the heck are you? The commander of the Azur Lane. Come on, I already know that. I don't want your title, I want to know who and what you are. Something about you is all nostalgic, I just can't remember why for some reason. I mean, look, I'm not perfect, but I'm Pamiat Merkuria in the purest sense of the name. Don't you think it's a little weird or something I just can't remember? Meh, you probably don't know either. Then I have to wonder, why are you here? Just so you know, I didn't bring you here. I don't have crazy powers like that. If it wasn't you, then it must be the Black Mist. Wait, do you hear those wind chimes? Wind chimes? What are you talking about? The sound of wind chimes rang in my ears again. Wait, I still have questions! No! Dazzling light wakened me. Now what? Light, a lamp, a wire? This isn't the Wisdom Cube's information space. Am I back? Commander, you're finally awake. Thank goodness. Your vital signs are fine. just wouldn't wake up. You feel okay? Are you hurting anywhere? I think the black mist coming at me woke me up. Where are we? At Tribunal Medical Station. How long was I out? 30 whole minutes. What about Soyuz? Did our comrades in Antarctica win their battle? How did you know? Wait, shouldn't you be more worried about yourself? Now, I'm sure it's a good thing that the commander has the energy to worry about others. But so, how's the situation? All is well. Soyuz has things under control. Is the command center safe? You don't need to worry about that. By the way, we have a call from Soyuz. Through normal channels? A secret line. I promise I'm not eavesdropping this time. Bullshit! Comrade Commander, we have secured victory. We've also confirmed the disappearance of the Gazers, and the Arbor invasion has been thwarted. All of this is thanks to your support, coordination, and command. This combat operation is more than just an execution of the Antarctic Treaty. It serves as a model example of all factions working together against a common enemy. All factions except Sakura! I speak for all the Northern Parliament when I say thank you, Commander. No matter what choice you make in the future, we hope to stand with you and help you in any way we can. I look forward to seeing you at the Victory Celebration Banquet. With the meta threat defeated, the distant battle in the Antarctica ended our victory. Hooray! That was anticlimactic. We had prevented Antarctica from facing a worst-case scenario. Yes, there was so much tension. However, some doubts lingered. Why had observers severed their connection to her mainframe? What exactly was that Pamiat Merkuria in the memory space? What are those wind chimes, and why did Helen and Meta want to help me so much? Project Dawn and Strange Crystal contained their fair share of mysteries as well. One thing was for sure, more sleepless nights lay in store for me. Hooray? Okay. That sounded like the end of the event, but it's only at 68%. Okay, whatever.
戻ってきましたね。同志指揮官。暖炉に薪を足しました。
Do a little bit of housekeeping. Oh, hey. All right. Excuse me for just a moment.
バカね。無駄な抵抗をするんじゃない
There
わ。
we go. Took some cough suppressant before the stream started, but all the lions I think are starting to
一
get
致
in my
団
throat.
結を。
Oh, I still didn't change the fleet around. Did we?
はじめまして。
ええ、想定通りに進
Oh, fortune was with Soyuz this time.
む。進みましょう。後ずさり。
ですね。 まとめて吹っ飛ばす。
一致団結を。
全手法打ち続けなさい。
ええ、想定通り。
Uh-oh, I'm out of deck space. Well now, we'll just have to free some up.
進みましょう。後ずされて
ですね。まとめて吹っ飛ばす。
一致団結を。
全手法打ち続けなさい。まとめて吹っ飛ばす。なるのは今ですね。フォックスハウンド。
ええ、想定ど。進みましょう。後ずさることなく。
ですね。全手法打ち続けなさい。まとめて吹っ飛ばす。全手法打ち続けなさい。頑張るのは今ですね。へい、あんたが指揮官。勝利は揺るぎません。耐えて耐えて耐え。
Oh, Volga.
「バカめ、無駄な抵抗をするんじゃないわ。
全手法打ち続けなさい。まとめて吹っ飛ばす。
一致団結を。
Alright, now to see how many ending credit scenes there are, as it were.
「進みましょう。後ずさることなく。
ですね。
Okay, so we didn't get very much into lore, but yeah, we actually did move the plot along a little bit. With the major points being that Bismarck brought the Iron Blood under the command of the commander. Hooray!
ええ、想定通り。
So basically everyone but Sakura is listening to the commander now. And Sakura is all messed up from internal faction stuff. Yay!
バカめ、無駄な抵抗をするんじゃないわ。
Oh, I have to say the next Sakura event's going to be interesting.
打ち続けなさい。
一致団結を。
Given with that massive power up to Akagi
頑
had.
張りましょうね。打ち続けなさい。まとめて吹っ飛ばす。全手法打ち続けなさい。まとめて吹っ飛ばす。全手法
一
打ち
致団結。
続けなさい。まとめて吹っ飛ばす。なるのは今ですね。
Boom! There we go.
こんにちは、指揮官。勝ったわ。訓練ど。
So the Notion. Operation area. 30 minutes earlier. Kaboom. How are you still moving? No, don't tell me they had zero effect on you. Your test site means business, huh? It's no wonder you held off her invasion once. You're capable. This is the end of the line, Pamiat. Yeah, looks like it. Time for sculpting is over. You got me. I lost. But hey, it's no big deal. I'm satisfied that I even got this far. And now maybe we can finally talk? This has been bothering me, is how so many of your actions here don't make sense. Initially, I thought your goal here was to brainwash me in order to gain control of the bunker. You were able to blend in smoothly, hardly raising any suspicion since we first saw you. You clearly have skill. Yeah, your attempt to persuade me was lukewarm. You willingly lifted your cognitive influence on me. Then, there's how you told us all that information about Project Dawn without any prompting whatsoever. There's simply too many inconsistencies. What was your goal here, really? Why did you come to our world? Who knows? Maybe I just wanted to see my old comrades. Maybe I just wanted to atone for old sins. Or maybe I wanted to chat with an old friend to get drunk and false hope again. At any rate, you girls might have won, but that doesn't mean she has been defeated. That battle is far from over. Of course, your 3 objectives. Yeah, I'm glad you remembered. Laying the Divine Vestige must have been the first. What were the remaining? Okay, that's enough talking. You need to start fighting for real or you'll actually die. But then again, you did fight off this invasion and live to tell the tale. Maybe you'll meet a girl with the same tragic past as me who carries the wishes of her comrades. Me and her, we are fundamentally at odds with each other. I'd say we're pretty much mortal enemies. But you, Soyuz, you can help her. I know you can. So if you ever cross paths, take care of her, alright? I don't have any reason to honor your request. Come on, I went easy on you and gave you intel. She's a comrade and, unlike the cutie you're talking to, he's really powerful. What more reasons do you need? If Comrade Commander were in my shoes. That's it for me. Now don't get squashed without a fight. The future depends on it. Yours, the Northern Parliaments, and the Imperius. I'll be watching you from somewhere far, far away. And strike whenever I see the chance. Oh, great. We've got our own Team Rocket to blast off again. Huzzah! How delightful. So the comic relief of the entire event becomes the big bad and a recurring... I'm sorry, but I can't take Pamiat Merkuria seriously. I just can't. Okay. I need to do just a little bit of reoptimization.
それが分かっていてもどうも私にはそうしたプライベートのコミュニケ
私が活躍できた理由は還暦、性能ではなく勇気と仲間、あとは指揮官への愛ですかっこよく決まりましたか
？Why did I have 2 of those on Implacable? That's weird. How slow is that? Oh, that's actually the same speed as the gear she had on. Okay. Alright, Implacable.
仲間のためではなく指揮官一人のためだけに祈るのはいけないことのようね。
Slap that on you. Then...
私を従えるつもりならちゃんと自分でも率先してうまく役割を果たすことね。
Equipped with a Northern Parliament or Ironblood main gun,
いろいろ考えがあるわ。
increases damage dealt by 12%. This is equipped with an AP gun, increases the travel speed of the main gun shells by 10%, and is in battle.
誇りはメカ誇り浮き放題になろうと家宝が何も残っていようと戦えるなら力が尽きるまで戦うべきよ。次につなぐのは私たち管制の責務と使命よ。
The shells won't get the speed boost, but they'll get the damage increase. Alright. The boss fight should go a bit faster now. So I think Pamiat there at the end was talking about the Pamiat Meta that's supposed to drop from the stage. That was nice that she asked us to take care of her. Oh, you know what I was gonna check?
Luffy.
Mementos. Oh, no. Memories. Memories. Wow, that's a lot of events. Oh my god. One, two, three, four, five, six. There's 7 more scenes? Oh, jeez. Really? Okay. Okay. There's 7 more cutscenes. Just work through it. At least I'm in clearing mode now, so it should go fairly smooth. Go Volga. Alright. Boss. No. One more fight, then it's boss time. Oh, and I'm running out of deck space. I keep forgetting that. After the next fight, I've got to remember to use commons to upgrade Soyuz. There we go.
新たに勝利の裏にある
Hey, Pamiat. Alright.
バカめ無駄な抵抗をするんじゃないわ
Let's see how much more effective Soyuz and Volga are.
一致団結をみんな仲良く頑張りましょう打ち続けなさい止めて吹っ飛ばす全手頑張るのは今打ち続けなさい
Oh yeah, that airstrike took down half her health. Much better.
一致団結を全手法
And that finishes her off.
はじめまして勝利は揺るぎません耐えて耐えて
Oh yeah, that was much cleaner. Iris Orthodoxy, Holy Capital, Azur Lane Provisional Base. After the battle's conclusion. It would be another sleepless night, just as I had been faring. In the midst of victory celebrations, reports of siren attacks started blowing in like a snowstorm. Large siren fleets had been sighted nearly everywhere, from the South Atlantic to the Antarctic and its surrounding ocean. They're all converging on a single point in the Southern Ocean. It seemed like repelling Pamiat Merkuria META gave Observer the breathing room to launch a counterattack. To make matters worse, the gazers were still lurking somewhere beneath the snow. We'd have to take care of them before moving on to the sirens. However, I would not let the strip girls remain in Antarctica. If they did, the fighting would certainly get chaotic. For that reason, I ordered the immediate withdrawal of all forces present in the continent. I instructed the combined Azur Lane fleet to move to safe waters and spread out and return to their faction's area of control. Now, having done all this, it was time for me to contact the girl who had helped me so much during this operation. Soyuz! Or Helena Meta. Helena Meta. I closed my eyes and allowed the cognitive influence into my mind. A galaxy full of stars spread out before me. Hey, here to ask me something? Yeah, about the crystals. While they do exhibit some resonance with ratings, the amount is just not enough to be practical. They're worthless as a cure for hull damage, and we can never hope to get more of them than the bunker managed to produce. They were just bait Observer used to lure you. Be that as it may, the crystals did restructure Soyuz's rating. Why's that? I think that was just another trick on Observer's part. Seeing was believing, and she made you believe by removing what was inhibiting Soyuz. It was the quickest way. I see. So it was something different to the resculpting that Pamiat spoke of. Anything you can tell me about that, actually? Sculpting is, well, it's a very special stage of metamorphosis, fraught with danger and instability. I don't want to tell you too much, but to give you a hint, by now, you met several girls whose metamorphosis changed them somehow. Why do you think they changed? Where did the energy and data that turned them into what they are came from? Data from the Prime branch, huh? When I was attacked by that black mist, it sent me into another Wisdom Cube information space. This time, it led me to a girl who came to be the culmination of the concept of Pamiat Merkuria. We talked about some things, but got interrupted by the sound of wind chimes. Hey, welcome back, Catastrophe. I've heard those chimes and visited information spaces multiple times now, and I still know next to nothing about either. I don't reckon you have all the answers, but maybe you can tell me a thing or two? I can't, since I don't know what things you truly saw in there. Friday at 11 p.m. was the best time to go over the visa application documents. I mean, what better thing you could do at Friday night at 11 in the evening? I mean, come on, Catastrophe. Get with it. if we ever get the chance, though, I'd like to see it with you. The sun's activity is on the rise, so I know this won't be our last meeting. What was that about the sun? What's that have to do with anything? Unless it's not the sun itself that's important, but rather the concept of the sun. Correct. Conceptually, it represents weakening, and weakening facilitates coalescence. It comes with some danger, but also with opportunities. Sorry for being so vague on the details. I'll tell you everything in due time. I have to ask, are you really not worried about that Pamiat? She told you herself she'll attack again whenever she sees the chance. Because she's our very own Team Rocket to be blasting off again. Hooray! The comic relief of the meta ship girls coming to attack us whenever we least expect it. When the Arbiters strike, we'll be ready for them. We'll be ready for that girl, too. I sure hope so. Your branch is currently under constant threat. You stopped her from accomplishing your first objective. She still has 2 more. Be on your guard, Commander. The battle isn't over yet. Alright. On that note...
Laffy.
Hi, Laffy. You're cute. Alright. I need to take a quick break. In the meantime, I'll set this on auto. Oh yeah, dummy.
Mimiを傾けるだけでは仲間との協力に感謝します。同志指揮官。協力に感謝します。同志指揮官。これで協力に感謝します。同志指揮官。協力に感謝します。同志指揮官。これでメンテナンスが無事に完了しました。
6 more XP levels to max her out. That's not bad. Making progress. Okay. Now I'll go AFK for a quick break and leave this on auto while I'm taking that AFK break. Just do one. Okay, be right back.
Bakame. 無駄な抵抗をするんじゃないわ。一致団結を。全手法打ち続けなさい。
指揮官、私は
ええ。進みましょう。後ずさりですね。一致団結を。全手法打ち続けなさい。
新たにあなたの補佐として派遣された。
ええ。
Okay, I'm back.
進みましょう。後ずさりですね。
まとめて吹っ飛ばす。
一致団結を。全手法打ち続けなさい。
まとめて吹っ飛ばす。
頑張るのは今ですね。
はじめまして。
ええ。
Okay. Looks like it took care of the 3 elite girl fights.
Bakame. 無駄な抵抗をするんじゃないわ。全手法
You know, thinking about it, with Pamiat Merkuria being the boss of this, the new DDG would be perfect to bring along for this fight. You know, the Chinese travel visas need a special 1.3 by 1.9 inch picture, which no one else has, which is a size no one else asks for. I'm very surprised that they're asking it for the picture to be in inches rather than centimeters or millimeters. Hey, level up, Talon. I mean, I'm not surprised that they made their own unique requirements. I mean, it's China, the center of the universe, after all. Everything has to be their way, right? Oh, it's 33 millimeters by 48 millimeters. Okay. Did you do the inch conversion just for me, assuming I wouldn't be able to use millimeters? Yeah, I have no idea. I have some idea, but I'm probably underestimating just how much that is. Even though I suspect it's a rather large amount. Love how we can custom configure the carriers to loadout now. That is awesome. A lot of the US folks I interact with have no idea how metric works. Well, here's the thing. My day job is in optics, and everything in optics is in millimeters. Iris orthodoxy. Question mark, question mark, question mark, dot, question mark, question mark, question mark. After the battle's conclusion. Hee hee hee. I told them the battle's far from over. Okay, target should be under this building, inside a dungeon. Ugh, dungeons. This is gonna be a pain to look through. Well, a trespasser. Did no one teach you to ask for permission? Oh, it's you, Kumansu. I knew you'd be here. Interesting. Wasn't that hard to figure out you'd come here, though I am puzzled how you did it. Getting rid of you won't be easy after all. Oh well, at least this is a good chance to test how well prepared we are. Well prepared for a wait. Is that? Hee hee, an uninvited guest. Already made yourself at home, huh? Get ready for the reception party. Uh-oh. We've got some French on Russian meta action there. I was half expecting that you guys did your measurements in hundreds of inches. Well, I mean, when it comes to eyeglasses, everything is internationally standardized, so it's metric. Everything's metric. I mean, at the heart of it, eyeglass prescriptions are based on a metric measurement. Even though, they still do the whole 20/20 Snellen chart thing. Although I believe they use a different term for the folks that do it in metric, but I don't know what that is. What was I gonna do? I thought I was gonna do something different. I can't remember what. Oh yes, I remember. I'm kicking you to the curb. Let's see, Subi. And I haven't had a chance to use you yet. We're gonna use you. Oh yeah, you'd be up here, I think. No? Fine. What? Oh, don't tell me. Excuse me. No. No. She's not on deployment. Where the heck? Why can't I? Alright, what the heck is going on here? Let's try this. Oh, I know what the problem is.
指揮官ですか？すみません。少々姉さんが呼んでいますので。大元。
That's the problem. Silly thing was in main fleet mode, not Vanguard mode. Let's get Aurora back in there. Okay.
すみません。少々姉さんが呼んでいますので。東高暗シャン級駆逐艦四天王の四女大元です。昔は
Taiyan?
ツリンとも呼ば
Is
れ
that
てい
how
ま
that's
した。
supposed to be said?
指揮官ですか？すみません。
Okay.
少々姉さんが呼んでいますので。
Yeah, you don't need that. This is the new one? Yeah, the 1A. Yep. Hard to describe the toads for Taiwan. That's the thing. I don't know what they did with Chinese, but unlike like Japanese or Indian, they didn't do a very good job of converting the phonetics used in the language over to the phonetics used in English. So the names and the names used don't translate very well. Oh yeah, you guys get extra buff from these things. Forgot about that. Alright. Oh, it might help if I actually upgraded the missile, wouldn't it?
指揮官ですか。すみません。長春姉さんが呼んでいますので。
There we go. Well, Standard Opinion was made to help teach Chinese people to people from China. It's not meant to be used by foreigners. Well, of course it isn't, because it's China and everything's got to be about China. In China. I get it. Oh, this is an auto. I don't want auto. Alright, let's see how the new DDG kicks butt. The older stuff, like Wade Giles or whatever, is much better for raw pronunciation.
限定コードの原部。私たちに
That's
守り
nice
を。
garage.
一致団結を。
私は。
ええ、想定ど。
So I'm sure you've already 125'd and oathed Wan T here, and I'm probably butchering the pronunciation of the name. But what do you think of Snake Girl DDG?
進みましょう。
限定
後ずさるのか。
今ですね。限定コードの原部。私たちに
Nice
守りを。
garage.
一致団
限定
結を。
コードの原部。私たちに守りを。
ええ、想定ど。
Of course she's 125 and oathed.
バカめ。
限定
無駄な抵抗
Play
をするん
second
じゃない
graduate
わ。
meeting, which is nice. Okay.
限定コードの原部。私たちに守りを。
With the Rainbow DD gun, her AOA seems to be going off very rapidly. One to one, 9 chance better.
ええ、想定通りに進んでいますね。
If I remember correctly, she's Snake Girl DDG is supposed to start with a missile preload, though, doesn't she?
バカめ。
Yeah.
無駄な抵抗をするんじゃないわ。
ですね。
全司法。
限定コードの原部。私たちに守りを。
一致団結を。
限定コードの原部。
打ち続けな
私たち
さい。
に守りを。
ええ、想定。
バカめ、
限定
無駄な抵抗をするんじゃないわ。
ですね。限定コードの玄武、私たちに守りを。
全手法打ち続けなさい。
限定コードの
一致
玄武、
団結を。
私たちに守りを。限定コードの
全
玄
手法
武、
打ち続けなさい。
私たちに守りを。
全手法打ち続けなさい。
こんにちは。
ええ、想定ど。
I don't know. She seems pretty darn effective for what she is.
進みましょう。
限定
後ずさることなく。
ですね。
全手法打ち続けなさい。
限定コードの玄武、私たちに守りを。
勝ったわ。
There we go. Taiwan's buff only procs in full fleets, so I need to add another ship.
バカめ、
限定
無駄な抵抗するんじゃないわ。
Otherwise, she's kind of wasted. That's what I get.
限定コ
I
ード
can't
の玄
remember
武、
that.
私たちに守りを。
一致団結を。
みんな仲良く頑張りましょうね。
打ち続けなさい。
限定コードの玄
全手
武、
法張るのは
私たちに守りを。限定コードの玄武、私たちに守りを。限定コードの玄武、私たちに守りを。
勝利は揺るぎません。耐えて耐えて耐え抜いて、
Wow.
最後に勝つのはきっと私たちですから。
Impressive. Most impressive. But she's still a DDG, and DDGs are good. Irish Orthodoxy, Holy Capital, Paris! Northern Parliament Embassy after the battle's conclusion. Thank you for coming all this way, Commander. Soyuz told me you had something important for me. That I do. It's about the Ring of the Wise, or our Antarctic bunker. We were given information on it during the battle. We had, however, omitted a few details. Soyuz asked me to provide you with complete records. And there's even more? I knew it was no mere doomsday bunker, but even what I knew wasn't the full story. Indeed, it's not. The true duty has to do with geomagnetic fields. Details are all in there. I suggest you read it for yourself. You cannot bring these documents with you, however. Also, please don't speak a word of this to anyone but me or Soyuz. So this is some of the most classified stuff the Northern Parliament has? It is. Understood. I'll give it a read. Please do, and thank you, Commander. Well, that was short and sweet.
エネルギー回路の起動を確認。
Alright, what do we have left? 4 more. We've got 4 more cutscenes.
「バカめ、無駄な抵抗をするんじゃないわ。」
ですね。限定コードの玄武、私たちに守りを。限定コードの
一致
玄武、
団結を。
私たちに守りを。限定コードの玄武、私たちに守りを。おまは休憩。
ええ、想定通りに進んでいますね。
進みましょう。
So overall, Catastrophe, how did you like the story of this event? I know you were a little critical of the way Bismarck just handed over the keys to Iron Blood to the
一致団
commander.
結を。ええ、想定通りに進んでいますね。
It's an okay event. Yep. I have to agree with that.
無駄な抵抗をするんじゃないわ。ですね。原点コードの原部、私たちに守りを。原点コードの原部、
I have a
私たちに
feeling
守り
that
を。
any event with these gazers is going to be slightly flaky. And we're probably going to have more of them, 'cause they seem to be the next big bad.
Susumi 進みましょう。
原点
後ずさることは
今ですね。全資本打ち続けなさい。
Nothing stood out, which isn't a good thing for the Northern Parliament.
私たちに守りを。
Usually, the Northern Parliament events are more heavy.
私たちに守りを。
This was not.
全資本打ち続けなさい。頑張るのは今。原点コードの原部打ち続けなさい。私たちに守りを。輸送内の勝利ですね。
Here's the usual issue of the main poster girl of the event, Soyuz crowding out the others. This is true.
バカめ。無駄な抵抗をするんじゃないわ。ですね。
Yeah,
原点コードの
none of the other four
私たちに
girls
守りを。
seem to be all that exceptional.
全資本打ち続けなさい。原点コードの原部
Soyuz, however,
私たちに守りを。
definitely steals the show.
原点コードの原部私たちに守りを。始めまし。勝利は揺るぎません。
Level up, Soyuz. Nice.
「バカめ。無駄な抵抗をするんじゃないわ。ですね。全資本打ち続けなさい。原点コードの原部私たちに守りを。原点コードの
一
原部
致団結を。
私たちに守りを。フォックスハー
ええ、想定通りに進んでいますね。
Now, and does Taiwan get main gun mount +1 like the other DDGs? I think I remember reading she does.
バカめ。無駄な抵抗をするんじゃないわ。ですね。原点コードの原部私たちに守りを。
I like that the modern events tend to involve more than 2 factions at a time, though. It makes the world feel more connected.
打ち続けなさい。
Yeah,
みんな仲
definitely.
良く頑張りましょうね。原点コードの原部私たちに守りを。打ち続けなさい。原点コードの原部
Probably
私たち
see
に
more
守り
and
を。
more interconnected events as the
私たちに守りを。
game ages and the factions become more interdependent.
新たにあなたの補佐として派遣され
Yeah,
たランド
Taiwan gets main gun mount +1.
輸送内の勝利ですね。
Somewhere in the Southern Ocean, a unknown location. One day after the battle. Shh. Damn tribunal and their secret weapons. I guess rescuing Marco Polo is on the back burner. New priority, weakening the low-level program presence in this area. Purifier's mainframe should be somewhere around here. Come out wherever you are. Mama's got business with. Huh? What the heck is this? Pawn? What's the pawn doing out here? Why is there nobody else here? There's no way she left the defense of her mainframe to a single pawn, right? She wouldn't send all her units to Antarctica. Dots. Whatever, let's deal with you. Kaboom. I've got places to. Whoa. Kaboom. And attack. Shit, that was powerful. Who did that? Dun dun dun. More dots from Soyuz Meta. You. What are you? Where'd you come from? Nobody said I'd be dealing with you. God, test site beta is a frightening place. Kaboom. Alright. We down to 3. Yeah, 3 more. They couldn't condense a couple of these into multiples and just do less. Whatever. Let's just get through it. I mean, there's no reason that the last 2 scenes couldn't have been attached to each other.
原点コードの原部、私たちに守りを。
一致団結を。
原点コードの原部、私たちに守りを。
ええ、想定通り。進みましょう。後ずさるのは今ですね。原点コードの原部、私たちに守りを。
I wonder how Pamiat escaped from the French metas. I wonder too. Hopefully it was painful.
想定通り。バカめ、無駄な抵抗するんじゃないわ。ですね。
Unless you control yourself. That, I suppose that's a possibility.
全手法原点コードの原部、私たちに守りを。はじめまして。
ええ、想定通りに進んでい
Level
ます。
up Aurora.
Baka バカめ、無駄な抵抗するんじゃないわ。
ですね。原点コードの原部、私たちに守りを。原点コードの原部、私たちに守りを。
一致団結を。
原点コードの原部、私たちに守りを。
打ち続けなさい。
原点コードの原部、私たちに守りを。
ええ、想定通りに進んでいますね。バカめ、
無駄な抵抗をするんじゃないわ。ですね。
原点コードの原部、私たちに守りを。原点コードの原部、私たちに守りを。
一致団結を。
原点コードの原部、私たちに守りを。
打ち続けなさい。頑張るのは
原点コードの原部、私たちに守りを。
打ち続けなさい。
あんたが指揮官？輸送内の。
Well, thinking about it, La Galissongliere has that massive hammer, right? What if Algerie tossed Pamiat up in the air and Galissongliere hit her like a with the hammer like a baseball bat?
進みましょう。後ずさることは
And that's how she got away. By Team Rocket blasting off again.
原点コードの原部、私たちに守りを。
一致団結を。全手法打ち続けなさい。
こんにちは。
ええ、想定通りに進んでいます。
Hey, there's Pamiat again.
バカね。
原点
無駄な抵抗をするんじゃないわ。
ですね。
全手法打ち続けなさい。
原点コードの原部、私たちに守りを。
一致団結を。
みんな仲良く頑張りましょうね。
打ち続けなさい。
原点コードの原部、
頑張るのは
私たちに守りを。
打ち続けなさい。
原点コードの原部、私たちに守りを。原点コードの原部、私たちに守りを。
And boom,
原点コ
headshot.
ードの原部、私たちに守りを。新たにあなた、輸送内の勝利ですね。
Somewhere in an unknown location. A report from Implacable concerning the battle in the Antarctic, eh? Is what you brought Belfast in for earlier? This is quite an interesting thing indeed. Heh, another day, another splendid job. This is why I'm always saying what a good servant I have. I already told Belle to give her full assistance to the commander in any and all upcoming matters. Now what then? What do you mean now? What do you mean now what? What? Wipe that smug grin and explain. I'm just wondering how long you're gonna stay here. We did invite you, but not to stay permanently. You met Ms. D and you've asked your questions. What else is there for you to do here? In fact, we thought that little maid was coming to pick you up. I'm still the queen. I'll stay until I'm content to leave. And since I'm here, why don't you bring me along on the next of your hunts? Oh, they're trying to show Queenie the door. Interesting. Interesting. Oh, yeah. Why not?
素直に言わせてもらうわ。指揮官にはそれなりに。いいえ、かなり興味があるのよ。ほら、母校の艦船たちを指揮している存在。それを丸ごとじっくり調べられるチャンスはそうそうないわよ。
There we go. There's no kill like overkill. That's actually not bad. A bad load rate either. All right. Anything else I needed? Oh yeah. I took it off.
仲間のためではなく、
Black Wool. I should put
指
something
揮官
back
一人の
on
た
to
めだけ
replace
に
it.
祈るのはいけないことのようね。しかしなかなか
There, now that we've got a full fleet, TU1 skill will proc. Yeah, it's not like it's costing me any extra oil.
進みましょう。
限
後ずされて
It's clearing mode, so it's oil capped.
定限定コードの玄武、私たちに守りを。限定コードの玄武、
一致団結を。
私たちに守りを。指揮官、
ええ、想定通りに進みましょう。
限定
後ずされて
限定コードの玄武、私たちに守りを。限定コードの
一致
玄武、
団結を。
私たちに守りを。
Boom!
ランタン級の
ええ、想定通りに進んでいますね。バカめ、
限定
無駄な抵抗をするんじゃないわ。
限定コードの玄武、私たちに守りを。限定コードの
一致
玄武、
団結を。
私たちに守りを。
ええ、想定通りに進ん。
Alright, this should let us see the carriers in action.
バカめ、
限定
無駄な抵抗をするんじゃないわ。全
限
士を
定コードの玄
打ち
武、
続けなさい。
私たちに守りを。限定コードの
一致
玄武、
団結を。
私たちに守りを。
全士を
限定コードの
打ち
玄武、
続けなさい。
私たちに守りを。
全士を打ち続けなさい。
That just barely lasted 20 seconds.
こんにちは、指揮。
ええ、想定通りに進む。進みましょう。後ずさることなく。
限定コードの玄武、私たちに守りを。限定コードの玄武、
一致団結を。
私たちに守りを。
全士を打ち続けなさい。頑張るのは今
限定コードの玄武、私たちに
Well,
守りを。
we'll get the carriers in on the boss. Beat up on Pamiat.
想定どバカめ、
限定
無駄な抵抗をするんじゃないわ。
限定コードの玄武、私たちに守りを。
全士を打ち続けな
限
さい。
定コードの
一致
玄武、
団結を。
私たちに守りを。 原点コードの玄武
打ち続けなさい。
私たちに守りを
全手法打ち続けなさい。
There we go. That was a nice screen clear.
ち
終わった？次に行くわよ。ここでじっとしていても給料出ないもの。
Someone stole the show.
進みましょう。
原点
後ずさることなく。
原点コードの玄武私たちに守りを原点コードの玄
一致
武
団結を。
私たちに守りを
全手法打ち続けなさい。
みんな仲良く頑張りましょうね原点コードの玄武
これで
私たちに守りを今ですね
全手法打ち続けなさい。
Boom! Headshot.
はじめまして
勝利は揺るぎません。耐えて耐えて耐え抜いて最後に勝つのはきっとは。
Uh-oh. Sakura Islands, Mikasa's residence after the battle's conclusions. Meanwhile, in the Sakura Empire. God, I'm so tired. Feels like I haven't come home in forever. Now I am, and it feels good to be back in the Empire. I'm curious why Lady Nagato would summon me here on such short notice. And again, I've got a lot of things to report anyway. Knock knock. Shokaku, great veteran, Lady Nagato, I'm here. That's hello? Anybody home? I didn't get the wrong place, did I? Where is everybody? Beep beep. Call is connecting, but nobody's answering. What the heck's going on? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's ominous. Alright, I think there's one more. Yes, one more.
「バカね、
原点
無駄な抵抗をするんじゃないわ。
原点コードの玄武私たちに守りを
一致団結を。
Everyone got conscripted to just dig trenches for the IJA. Ah, ah, ah.
ええ、想定通りにす。バカね、
原点
無駄な抵抗をするんじゃないわ。
原点コードの玄武私たちに守りを原点コードの
一致
玄武
団結を。
私たちに守りを
はじめまして指揮官。
ええ、想定通り。進みましょう。後ずさることなく。
原点コードの玄武私たちに守りを原点コードの玄武
一致団結を。
私たちに守りを
Well, I'm glad I tried out the DDG.
え
I
え、
need to raise her.
想定通りに。
進みましょう。
限定
後ずさることなく。
限定コードの玄武、私たちに守りを。
全手法打ち続けなさい。
限定コードの
一
玄武、
致団結を。
私たちに守りを。フォックスハン。
ええ、想定通りに進んでいます。
バカめ、
限定
無駄な抵抗をするんじゃないわ。
限定コードの玄武、私たちに守りを。限定コードの玄武、私たちに守りを。はじめまして。輸送内の
Inspector Monarch to the rescue.
進みましょう。後ずさることなく。
限定コードの玄武、私たちに守りを。
全手法打ち続けなさい。
限定コードの玄武、私たちに守りを。限定コードの玄武、
打ち続けなさい。
私たちに守りを。
ですね。
輸送内の
Alright, let's beat up Pamia one last time.
進みましょう。
限定
後ずさることなく。
限定コードの玄武、
全
私
手法
たちに守りを。
打ち続けなさい。
一致団結を。
限定コードの玄武、私たちに守りを。
みんな仲良く頑張りましょうね。打ち続けなさい。
限定コードの玄武、
これでどう？
私たちに守りを。
ですね。
限定コードの玄武、私たちに守りを。
Headshot.
指揮官さん、輸送内の
Wow,
勝
he
利
beat
です
the
ね。
carriers out. Most impressive. Somewhere in the Bermuda Sea. Oh, Bonholm Richard. This is the place. Sure wasn't easy getting here. Why did the damn arbiters set up some strong defenses at the outskirts of this branch? No problems have sprung up at this test site from what I can tell. You don't think the arbiters already beat her, do you? Because if so, that saves us a lot of trouble. Nah, there's still the chance he hasn't made a move yet. For the time being, let's gather what intel we can, then wait and see. Huh? What's that? That's a bear instead of the imperious two-headed eagle. Wouldn't hurt to check it out. Actually, forget it. Well, ladies, the sun's activity has flared up. We better wrap things up here quickly than get out. Okay, that was ominous.
戻ってきましたね。
That was the last
同
one?
志指揮
Really?
官。
Yeah, that was the last part of the story. That's it. Alright.
同志指揮官にしては
This
予
was
想
the
外
much anticipated release of
This-
Sovietsky Soyuz.
許しましょう。この触れ合いが部下の士気を鼓舞できますから。
Probably one of the most teased ship girls in the entire game. Although Yamato and Lexington are starting to get up there. She's very impressive. I'll have to max her out and see how she does on the damage side of things, but support-wise, she looks very strong.
任務報酬が届きました。
Merkuria META did appear after all. Alright, folks. I'm going to head out for the night. Catastrophe, it's always great to do these events with you. Everyone else that's decided to stop by, thank you. For anyone who decided to watch this after it goes up as a VOD, thank you. Have a great night and good luck with your polls.
同志指揮官、あなたへの手紙です。どうぞレターオープン